Someone make it make sense.
Probably a couple.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Oh my God, Flash is back. Shout out to Flash fan. Are you back from Aruba already? That was fast. Holy mackerel. I'm glad to hear from you, my friend, because I was wondering if you got there safely, and we all want to know everything about your awesome trip to Aruba. And now you're back to where we are having cold weather again. Actually, we're supposed to be getting snow here tomorrow as well for any of you guys who are here on the East Coast or experiencing another bout of winter weather. We're supposed to be getting some snow here in North Carolina. I'm just making sure all my settings are here because I restarted StreamYard. Okay, should be good to go. Cool. So welcome everybody. Yay, happy to see all you guys. So shout out to Flash, shout out to Twiz, shout out to Steve. Yep, and also, Steve, hold on. So sometimes it's tough when people just have like the letter. You have more than one Steve that comes and hangs out with us. So I'm wondering, did you change your color or if you're a new Steve, welcome is my point. Because we have Steve, we have Stevie sometimes. So yeah. Twiz saying that they're not supposed to get more snow, but the high is 17. Oh, wow. Yeah, we had a few days ago, we had like summer weather. It was like in the 70s. It was like in the upper 70s. And now we're back to winter here in North Carolina. So yeah, guys. All right. I've been working on this project for quite a bit here, as many of you guys are well aware, with the mapping and everything. So we've got lots to look at here. What's on the screen right now. So this is a couple things overlaid here. So we've got, obviously the map. So where you see those pins there, I added those. So you've got obviously the one on the left, that's going to be the apartment in Pullman. And then on the right, that's going to be 1122 King, obviously. So for anyone who's not familiar with what the cell tower shit looks like, right? Where you see these squares, if it's in red, those are your emergency cell towers. So those don't really count for the purposes of what we're going to be talking about and what they talk about at, what they use at trial, what they use to prove things with the cell record. So we're going to be, we have to focus on the green ones, right? But don't worry, we're going to have a closer look at all of this. So this is just basically, I overlaid the cell towers and I lined it up with like the actual like Google Earth map thingy of ours. Okay, so okay, let me just make sure this is important. So Steve W, if you are new, welcome. And I'm saying that because if you're in -30, are you joining us from Canada maybe? And if so, we have many squirrel friends who join us from Canada. Shout out to Canada, by the way. Flash saying they left 80, right? I know. So by the way, Flash was concerned about flying. How did it go? This was going to be Flash's first time flying on an airplane. How was it? Was it easy? Were you pleasantly surprised? Were you able to have your snacks? South Park reference there. Yeah, I'm really curious because we were giving Flash tips for flying and everything. And so I'm really curious how all that went. Shout out to Meg. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Smexcellent. So we're waiting with bated breath to hear. Okay. Okay. So you were asleep by the time. So in other words, it was bad at first and then it was easy. Is that what I'm gathering here? It's always good to face our fears, right? Because think of all the things you're missing out on, right? If for those who are concerned or, who are thinking they don't want to get on a plane, right? you know, oh, the places you'll go, like shout out to Dr. Seuss. You can get on a plane. You were scared until takeoff. And then once takeoff started, how was it? Were you like, oh, and how, dude, so imagine, right? So Flash, this would be Flash's first time being above the clouds. What was that like? Did you have that feeling of like, I want to get out and jump on the clouds? Because I always thought that as a kid, but even as an adult, I'm like, oh, it just looks like you could just bounce on the clouds, you know. Spiders? What now? Oh, Flash. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's awful. But it's the reason it's mildly funny is because it seems like after that initial takeoff, everything was fine. I'm still waiting to make sure that I've properly welcomed Steve W. I see it's like the thing that throws me off is I feel like the color is different, but the name is a familiar name. Like, you know, but again, we have more than one Steve, and it's just tough when it's just the color and the letter. So it's like if the letter is the same, but the color changes, I'm just like, hold on, is that throwing me off? Oh, yes. Gotcha, Meg. Okay. She said, right, clarifying that I also says good to face your fears and you fear spiders. Gotcha. Okay. Now, I will say, so my brother has had a pet tarantula for fucking ever. Shout out to Victoria. She's got to be like 20 years old or something. And she's so cute. She's fuzzy. So I'm thinking in terms of like a middle ground, right? If you're afraid of spiders, like a fluffy one or a fuzzy one, it could maybe bridge that gap, right? Where you can like give them a little scritchy scratch on the head, you know? Maybe. I'm sure Aruba has spiders. Oh, that's cute. Meg's hubby is a pilot and said, great job to Flash. Awesome, awesome. Okay, thank you for clarifying, Steve. Steve says like they come in and listen, usually come. Okay, so that's why I don't, that's so I'm not crazy. I was like, is this a different Steve? Okay, well, welcome. Glad you're here in the chat. If you feel so inclined, welcome. Flies in Aruba, gotcha. Nope to the fluffy spiders. Oh God. I'm telling you, if YouTube ever just took all the for people that just have a letter for their like picture, their thumbnail, and like if it just switched all the colors around, I would be so lost in this world. Like I don't know which way is up because you know it's like sometimes I think I might notice the color before the letter, and then I like subconsciously know who's saying something like in the chat. Flash is an adventurous eater, by the way. Also, should note this because Flash loves ice cream, and I know Twiz has a favorite ice cream, although I don't know that it's available. I was just thinking that you guys could have a little like, you know, you could let him know that there's a really awesome ice cream brand, but I think you said it was only available there locally. Twiz is in Pullman for anyone who's not aware. Hi, MCat, happy you're back. Happy to see you again. Fuzzy spiders make it worse. That seems crazy. I don't know what that is. Is that a sports ball reference? Oh, wow. I totally botched that command. Hold on. By the way, anyone's welcome to use the commands. Nightbot is putting a link in the chat. Flash, what is happening? Almost got into a fight with the penguin in Aruba. The comments on the screen, guys. I can't get through it without laughing. Trying to steal the fish that he was eating. Oh my God. I'm glad that it was almost a fight with a penguin because I freaking love penguins. As you guys know, squanguin, right? No punching of penguins, guys. Not allowed. Not allowed. That is so cute. I love tropical penguins. I love all penguins. I love all animals first, but I love the tropical penguins. Okay, so so I think we've properly introduced this picture. Let's go on to the next one. Shout out to Twiz here, who of course is always in the chat and contributing with all the maps. We've clocked a lot of hours working on this stuff. So this is the original Twiz map as we call it. And so I've overlaid, like I said, so going back to this, right? So the overlays, right? So now we've got an additional overlay with Twiz map added. So you guys can just see here, right? Original, now we've added Twiz map. So what Twiz has done here is Twiz has done a red line over here on the right-hand side to show the suggested path of travel by the state, and then blue for the defense. But that'll be, we'll see, we're going to have more images that make this really, really clear too. So, so this is just showing this. Now the next one, okay, so now what this is, you're like, probably like, what the hell? There's a lot going on here, I know. So what I did here, because what I was like, okay, so, you know, the map in the PCA that is completely and utterly useless, you know, well, hold on. Let me see something real quick. Can I, let me show you guys the original of this. So this will make more sense. Okay. Oh wait, y'all can't see that. Hold on. Okay. So this is from, why is my computer beeping at me? So this is from the PCA. Do you guys remember the shittiest maps of all time? I'm sure you do. This is, I enhanced this the best I could. It was worse originally, believe it or not. So this, I actually tried to make it better. And so, so this is the enhanced version essentially, right? You'll notice that the blue thing, there should be a path here. I don't know if it's that they had to edit to redact that out. We heard them talk about references in the hearing, right? The blue loop or whatever. I don't know if it's, or it could just be because it's so shitty you can't see it. I don't really know. It's just a disaster, right? So, but there we have that much. This is a possible route based off cellular device location. So obviously this is like the shittiest map of all time. So what I did, again, this is the enhanced version. Now let me go back to, okay. Where's Heather? By the way, shout out to Deb. Let me take a look at the chat here. Shout out to all of you guys. Let's see. Oh yeah, don't, you guys are so fucking funny. As long as they don't steal the food, you're good. Yeah, please, all the pictures, please. Oh my God, that's horrifying. Was that like as a challenge or because he was like starving? Yeah, shout out to Deb. No, I said PCA, like probable cause affidavit. Yeah, because I mean, because we're going to be talking about the towers and shit. So, okay, so it's mostly food pics. Why does that not surprise me? Y'all are so funny. Okay, so again, so that's why I wanted to show you guys the enhanced, as it were, shitty ass PCA map. Okay, so now I've overlaid that. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to see like the suggested route, right? You can see it up here. This is a possible route based off cellular device location. What I wanted to see is where does that line up with the actual roads, right? What was he actually trying to suggest by he, I mean Brett Payne, with the path of travel? Okay. So as you can see, I was able to line up the yellow line from the shitty PCA map with actual roads for the most part, but where it goes off the rails, as it were, is right here, right? So I've looked into this and like, basically that's not really a viable route. Like it looks like there's like maybe a private or a gravel road or something, but it doesn't look like it connects all the way. So my best guess, especially when you look at like, why the fuck he couldn't actually do a proper map is beyond me. But anywho, when you look at this, can you guys see my mouse? When you look at this bump here, I guess he just drew this freehand. I don't know. that I think is supposed to be this, right? If you look at that. So I think this is, and again, if you look also like at this point here, see how there's a point, and then you look, there's a point here. I think that Brett Payne's intention, because it seems like he made this, although that's all, of course, unclear, was to do this. Like if you guys can see my mouse. So in blue, I think it was supposed to be this. Now, why am I pointing all this out? Because we're trying to figure out what the state is suggesting they think happened here, right? So we have to try to make sense of these shitty maps from the PCA. So again, because if you look at everything else lines up here, right? And then it just goes off the rails down here. But I think he's attempting to go with this in blue. Because again, of the bump here and then the pointy bit, if that makes sense. Thanks, Flash. Awesome. Okay, Payne said he did. Okay, thank you, Twiz, for reminding me. Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious. This is a route Santa would take in his sleigh. Yes, thank you. Thank you. People are lost in the jungle, perhaps. I'm just looking at the chat. You guys are so funny. Wow. Y'all. Oh God. You guys are so funny. This is hilarious though, Twiz. Oh my God. Oh my God. Also, for anyone who hasn't seen the Spicy Santa. Got that going on. Okay, so yeah, so that again, this is me trying to fix this shit. Like, I think it's supposed to be this blue. Okay, so then, okay, so now, so as you can see with each one, there's another layer, right? So now, this was a lot. So we've got this, and I tried to keep them zoomed at the same scale when I'm adding another layer to the same thing. So they're, as you can see, they're zoomed exactly the same. So now what I've done is, again, all of this is lining up geographically. So this is the cell towers overlaid with all the other overlays. So again, we started with like Google Earth, basically, right? With like the path of travel. We overlaid it with the shitty drawing from the PCA, and now I've overlaid that with towers. Oh, I need to pull up my master list as well. Let me get that up. That's what she said. Shout out to Heather as well for coming up with the name, the master list, because that was very on point. Okay, so we're going to come back to this. 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 This. Okay, so now, so all that to show you guys how I got to this, right? Because I will show my work, unlike other people we know, aka the state of Idaho. Showing you guys all of my work. Okay, so you guys are, and by the way, so each one of these, like, these are the like, there's a lot of steps that had to be done to get to each one. So this is just like to make it like, anyway, again, showing you the work, but like there's more work. That's the final product of each step of the work, if that makes sense. Anyway, okay, so this was a whole fucking thing. All right, so what I wanted to be able to do was actually see what the fuck, where these towers are, where you can, because the way it looks like this, right? Here's the thing. I'm like, this is not all that helpful because now we can't see anything, right? Plus, remember, the red ones don't count. So I had up all these screens, guys, and all these tabs and everything. So I had to have up like Google Earth, and then I had to have up like the master list and the PCA, and then the actual ATT cell tower location mappy thing, and then like Payne's route, and like all this. I had all these different things, okay? And because I'm not going to guess, and I'm not going to be approximate, I made sure to place these towers. I'm not even kidding. These towers are in exactly the right location. So I had to like zoom it way the fuck in. For example, like take this guy in the middle, right? I had to like zoom way the fuck in and then slowly pan out so that I could follow the same place on the map and put it in the exact right location when it wasn't on for ones that aren't on a road, for example. These are in like the exact right spot. So hopefully you can see the towers. By the way, these towers, this is an actual 5G cell tower, an actual one. So what I did was I took an actual an actual cell tower, and then I did like the colorizing effect on it so that it would make it so you could see it, because otherwise it would just be gray. But this is like so in other words, it looks like it's a, I don't know, what do you call it? Like a graphic image. It's an actual cell tower, which is funny, right? It's just that it's colorful so you can see it. So, and I placed these in the exact locations where they are in real life. Are you guys seeing where I'm going with this and why this might be helpful? Hopefully. Good night, Flash, if you're going to bed. Thanks for tuning in and letting us know you're safe. I'm sure you're exhausted. That makes total sense. We'll see you soon. Okay, let me see what y'all are saying. Oh, interesting. Your first layover was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Cool. BBC 3. I don't know what that is. Are you all talking about something specific? Yeah, airplane mode alone wouldn't do it. We've covered that extensively. And don't worry, we're going to talk more about the cell phone shit as well. But maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to review to watch that other presentation too. We'll do that. We'll watch both of those presentations with the phone shit. That's funny. Okay, so hopefully this is making sense to you guys what you're looking at here, right? So, this is the location of the actual tower. So think about this too, right? Remember when Ashley Jennings in the hearing mentioned the 3 towers that cover or that provide service to Moscow? So, and then that was a whole thing. As we know, it was also funny because of how she just kept fucking up. Y'all know. So, ostensibly she's referencing this tower, but don't worry, we're going to get more into that as well. But now we can just see where these are located, right? And so here's the thing that is important. There's going to be different levels of zoomed inness with all of these. We've got close-ups, we've got further out. But here's the thing that y'all need to know. For each one of these that I show you, for the entirety of what is on the screen, any cell tower that exists that would be visible at this scale is here. So what I mean is this. What I mean is there's not other cell towers like maybe over here or over here that I just didn't include because I didn't think they're important. No. Every single cell tower that is in this area that you're seeing on the screen in real life is on here, okay? So in other words, for whatever this square mileage is for this particular map, these are the only cell towers that are physically located there. And remember, there's a difference too between where the tower is located and then the area it services, but don't worry, we'll get into that too. Okay. Now we've zoomed out further. See, this is exactly why I wanted to say that, because now that we've zoomed out further, now there's more cell towers, right? Again, everything that exists in real life is included if it's within the scale of the map. So here we've got the blue. The blue is, again, remember back to the shitty ass Brett Payne map, right? This is the suggested path of travel from the state. And what the state is suggesting, and we're going to break it down, don't worry, is if you can see my mouse, right? It's like this, and then over here, right? Now there's some other stuff that goes on, but we'll get into that. But this is just in terms of the general path of travel. And then they would go down here, and then it would go over here, and then it would go up this way. And when I say suggested path, by the way, I'm not just referencing the shitty drawing. I also pulled up everything and put it in the master list, and I'll show you guys that in a sec. And then the purple, this would be the route suggested by the defense. And so again, we're going to see some close-ups. This is the further out view, but just to show you guys, it would be down here and then up here. And now the part that is interesting, right, is like where both sides seem to agree, which I think is important, is both sides seem to agree, and there hasn't been any dispute that we know of, that at this point they're the same. So this one is actually technically like blue and purple. Like they seem to both be in agreement that the path then at this juncture would be going up here. So the part that's in dispute is what's happening before this. Hopefully you guys can see my mouse. Okay, next one. Now we've zoomed out further. And because we've zoomed out further, what? Now we have more towers, right? So this is quite a large area. And so considering that, it's really not that many towers. But again, These are all of the towers that exist in real life for whatever the fuck portion of square mileage is covered here. Again, it's a large area. This is, and they're all in their like exact locations. Okay, wait, let's not get into that part yet. Okay, let me go back. Okay. We're not going to do the loop-de-loop yet. Let me see. Okay, let me pull this up. Okay, yes, you. Don't worry, I got you. Where is the park? So thank you for asking. I love it when you guys ask questions. So the park, can you see my mouse? It's over here. And in one of these, I feel like you could see it. Where was it? Okay, in this one, you can actually see it labeled. See, it has to be more zoomed in. See where it says Wawawai? I don't know how to say this. It's so over here, right? And then you have this granite lake, and then you have like the Snake River, right? The Snake River. Okay, you can probably see the writing better there. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, right here, right? So it's all over here. And so there's the thing to note, right? Is hold on, no cell towers, right? So now here's again the zoomed out view. So this is where if it's zoomed in, it would be labeled, but it's all this business, right? And here's the Snake River. So no cell towers. And so is it just here? My thought is like, isn't it? I guess I assumed it would be all of this business with the Snake River, or is it just literally up here? Twiz. So we'll see what Twiz says, because Twiz has been there. And so, but my thought is it probably was this entire expanse, right? Just because there's nothing out there. But yeah, but as you can see, if you're going this way, right, you're leaving this area, you got cell towers here. We're going to get into it. And then there's nothing. And then the next tower pops up here. And then again, if we go more zoomed out, now you can see again. You can really, again, that's why I wanted to do this, because now it really puts it into perspective. Like when you look at the tower density, right? And you can see why, barring the Cellebrite report, right? The two different theories really focus on like leaving this area, right? Did he go left or right for one example, right? By the way, the two towers over here are there. They're just so small because I couldn't fit them, but they're there and they're still in the right location, right? So the two towers and then the potential third tower, again, Ashley Jennings. But I mean, she's not wrong. That does service Moscow, right? But again, it was just because that was funny in the hearing. So, but you guys can just really, I hopefully this kind of helps put it into perspective. Because like for me, just looking at the literal cell tower map, it's hard because you don't, again, the boxes cover everything up, and then you can't also see the path of travel. So that's why I wanted to do this and make it so that, and if I were the state or the defense, I would want to put together a demonstrative aid for the jury, something like, well, they would do better, hopefully, right? But like something like this, right? If you're going to show where the cell towers, like put it on an actual map where people can be like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Where it's like palatable for people to understand what they're looking at. And you can put it with the different routes and all that. And so anyway, that's what I did. Okay, it's just at that point. Okay, thank you, Twiz. Thank you. So let me pull up. Let's go back, because I see you guys asking questions about the cell phones. Okay. So don't worry. Don't you worry about a thing or whatever. Okay. Let's take a look, because the airplane mode turned off, out of range, all that. Okay, don't worry. So we're gonna watch a couple things. Let me find it. Okay. All right, hang on just a second. Okay, so let me pull this up to the right spot here. Okay, so let me just unshare, reshare. Okay, some of you guys may have seen parts of this before or whatever. It's not long, but this is going to it's going to review / if you haven't seen it before, help answer some of the questions about the phone. So, okay.
They say they have all this data analyzed, and they say they now need 6 months worth of phone records for Bryan Kohberger's phone. They do acknowledge that
this is from Andrea Burkhart commenting on the geofencing
phone wasn't contained
which we will get into
in the geofence when they looked at the
His phone wasn't contained in the geofence. Ding, 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 ding. His phone wasn't in the geofence. Kind of important. If his phone was anything other than powered down, his phone would be in the geofence. Because his phone can be in airplane mode and still be in the geofence. His phone, I mean, I guess he could have all of his location sharing stuff turned off. I'm not sure, though, that would still keep him out of the geofence, because there's emergency services location stuff in your phone that I'm not 100% sure you can shut off.
All right. Does turning location services off stop geofencing? Well, to a certain extent, right? Okay. But is that enough to stop all tracking? Right. So this is what she was saying with the emergency services, right? So even if you turned off location services on your device, your phone is still communicating with nearby cell towers because of the whole thing, allowing your provider to pinpoint your location in the event of an emergency, right? So even if your phone is not, even if you're not being tracked in real time, for example, if your location services are turned off, the historic location would still be recorded on CDRs because of that. So that's just closing the loop on what Andrea was saying. Shout out to Moonvale. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so when I say solution here, right, what I'm saying is, so the solution being, how would the phone not be trackable in the different scenarios? So solution, location services disabled and airplane mode toggled on. Why do I say that? Because again, the location services disabled will take care of the GPS factor. But remember, like it says here, the phone would still communicate with nearby towers because of the emergency shit. And so it would still be recorded in the CDR. So how do you handle that? That would be airplane mode. So it would need to have both location services disabled and airplane mode toggled on, or the phone could be powered off. And then that takes care of it. Okay.
So rules out the option in the PC affidavit, right? They said there's a couple of options for why his phone wasn't connecting, right? Why they don't have him pinging. And the same type of thing applies. It's different. The ping is to the cell tower. Mm-hmm. The geofence, you're typically, it can include the cell site stuff, but you're typically talking now about GPS. You're talking about satellite-based location stuff. And the explanation in the PC affidavit for why his phone didn't ping is because it was powered off or put in airplane mode. Wouldn't be in airplane mode if he's not in the geofence. That can't be it. So it has to be the phone was powered off.
Okay, first question. What was the range of the geofence? Some of you guys may have seen this before, but it's good to review it. So this was surprising, right? And this is going to be on the mapping that we are going to do. So only half a mile. So I think that part of what happened here is that Andrea Burkhart assumed, as did I, it's why I went to this and look it up. I think she was thinking the geofence was a much larger area, which is why she put so much emphasis on that part. I would have thought it was a much larger area too. But then I looked it up and it's only a half a mile. And don't worry, when we get to the mapping, we're going to see exactly, I literally went through, I'm so insane sometimes. I'm like, why am I doing this? But I have to do it. So I went through and I literally plotted every single point that is exactly half a mile from the house. And I plotted it on a map. And then I did a radius. And then I put that with where does that overlay with the possible passive travel? And anyway, so we'll see that in a second here. So it's only half a mile. Okay, guys, important. We know cell phones don't log events for 1, powering the phone off voluntarily, and 2, switching airplane mode on or off. When I say cell phones don't log events, what do I mean? I mean, when there's a full file extraction, like for example, a Cellebrite report, part of what it's going to show, especially when you're talking about like your knowledge C database, is the phone's logging events. Now, this is for stuff that can be running in the background. The reason this is important is because the phone is logging events for all kinds of stuff, even stuff that we're not doing. Like right now, as my phone is sitting there, it's logging it. It's logging it. So is y'all's. They're logging events, right? So that's why it's interesting to note that these are two things that we do ourselves, right? They're voluntary. We take an action. If we're powering the phone off, that's an action. If we switch airplane mode on or off, that's an action that we take. And that's why it's interesting that it does not log those as events. Okay. So well, there's a lot of reasons why this matters, but the important thing right now to note is like when you get a Cellebrite report, right? It's not going to show an event logged for powering the phone off or for toggling airplane mode on or off. It will show an event logged if the battery dies and the phone dies because of the battery. That will show up in the event as a logged event, okay? Which brings us to our next question. What about disabling location services? So that was my next thing. I was like, well, what about that? Would that show up as a logged event? So maybe. So it's not a hard no like the others. Advanced extraction methods may be able to access system logs that could potentially show the date and time when location services were disabled. So that means, so that sets a distinction from the toggling on and off of location services versus, intentionally powering the phone off and then also intentionally putting it on or off airplane mode. Welcome in. We have a new squirrel friend. Welcome, Bunny Murphy. Love it. Bunnies, squirrels, awesome. Okay. How else can a cell phone be tracked? You might be wondering. Okay, so of course, cell towers, we know. Public Wi-Fi. So a smartphone that has Wi-Fi enabled communicates with nearby Wi-Fi towers, even if it's not connected to one. Your device, and this is key here, your device automatically scans Wi-Fi access points and nearby and notes the signal strength. Now that's at the bottom, it's highlighted. I'll read it again. A smartphone that has Wi-Fi enabled communicates with nearby Wi-Fi networks, even if it's not connected to one. Your device automatically scans Wi-Fi access points nearby and notes the signal strength, even if you're not using it, right? Okay. So the solution here to solve being tracked by the cell towers and or public Wi-Fi, airplane mode, or powered off, right? Okay, cell site simulators. So we already know, we've talked to them about this at length, that it's one thing that's important for anyone who hasn't heard this. When a phone is pinging off of a tower, it's not going to necessarily choose the closest tower. It doesn't choose based on distance. It chooses based on signal strength. So that can be a tower that's much farther away. That's crucial. That was a big thing in the Murdaugh trial, and it could be a big thing in this trial. So that is important to note, because when it comes to cell site simulators, right, how do they work? Well, they transmit a stronger signal than that of the cell tower, and it tricks the phone to connect to that instead of this because of a stronger signal, right? So again, solution here, airplane mode or powered off, baby. Good night, MCAT. What if the phone is out of service? Okay, can a phone be tracked if it's turned off? A phone that is turned off is difficult to track because it stops sending signals to cell towers. However, the service provider or internet provider can show the last location once it's switched back on, comes back to life. Okay. Can a phone be tracked with no cell service or connection? Even without cell service, Android devices and iPhones can be tracked. Your phone's mapping apps can track your phone's location without an internet connection. It could, which would be GPS, right? Actually, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Right, so sorry. So the first, going back to the first one, right? If it's turned off, So where it says switched back on, that would be reporting back to the network. Because again, they can't tell. The way that they can try to figure out if it's off is context clues because there's no event being logged. So it reports back to the network. Okay. Okay, so then again, for the second one here with can a phone be tracked with no cell service or connection? Again, it says it can still be tracked if it doesn't have cell service. So in order to not be tracked, though, the solution will still be location services disabled or powered off. Can a phone be tracked when it's in airplane mode? Yes, your phone can be tracked when it's in airplane mode. That's why I wanted to go over this, right? Because for everybody, it's like, oh, it's an airplane. Airplane mode doesn't do what everybody thinks it does. Like, guys, we need to just be clear on this. Airplane mode, all that does, see, while it does turn off Wi-Fi and cellular services, that's all airplane mode does, and Bluetooth, right? It's going to do Wi-Fi and cellular and Bluetooth. It does not turn off GPS. So you'll have to disable GPS on your device and turn on airplane mode to prevent your phone from being tracked. Solution: location services disabled or powered off. In summary, all right. Oh, welcome. I think you might be new here, Miss Pottage, but welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying the graphics. Thank you. I really appreciate it because I'm just a squirrel and like I'm not a graphic designer. I'm not, so I'm just the way that I try to make these things happen is just from like squirrel in it stuff, as I say. I appreciate that you find it helpful. That's why I do it. Okay, so in summary, in order for a cell phone to stop reporting to a network and be therefore untrackable, whether done intentionally by the phone's user or not, the following conditions have to be met. If in an area with cell service, a phone must, 1, have airplane mode toggled on and location services disabled, or 2, be powered off. By the way, what's in the background is one of Brett Payne's shitty maps that I enhanced and then overlaid it over actual map. Anyway, it's just to have something in the background. And if in an area without cell service, a phone must, 1, have location services disabled, or 2, be powered off. So why does this matter? Because we saw, and we're going to look at it again, right? But the map with the park and where the towers are, there's nothing fucking out there, right? For towers, we saw, right? However, and this is the important thing, right? So, because there's no question potentially that you're going to lose service. There's just no question, right? But the phone would still be trackable unless you've got all location services disabled, right, or powered off. Question: how can we tell which it was? Answer: full file extraction, aka Cellebrite. Whee! If a phone is anything other than powered off, it will still show background processes. For example, if out of service, it will still show the phone constantly trying to ping a tower. While this would result in no cell tower pings on the network, the attempts to connect are logged in the phone itself. Let me read this again. If a phone is anything other than powered off, in all caps, it will still show background processes. For example, if out of service, it will show the phone constantly trying to ping a tower, trying to connect, right? While this would result in no cell tower pings on the network, the attempts to connect are logged in the phone itself. The same is true of location data, Wi-Fi, etc. If the phone is on, it is constantly trying to connect. What if the phone is on, but location services are disabled and airplane mode is toggled on? The full file extraction will show internal processes that run in the background. I just touched on those a few minutes ago when I was like, y'all's phones are logging events as they sit there, whether you're using them or not. My phone is sitting there, I'm not touching it, it's logging events, right? knowledge C database, SQLite. Okay. It's logging information right now, events, even though I'm not using it. So that's what I'm saying. So if the phone, so same thing here, right? If the phone is on, as long as the phone is on, it's doing things, right? Regardless of anything else. Now, again, this would only show up in your full file extraction. This is not the shit that would show up from anything else. This is going to come from your full file extraction, like your Cellebrite. Essentially, the phone extraction will show that the phone is still alive, doing phone things, living its best phone life. If the phone is off, there is no data. Remember how I said, guys, this goes back to the initial thing. Remember how I said the phone does not log an event for powered off. So how do we figure it out? Good examples in this with like Libby's phone in Delphi, right? The way you figure it out is context clues, because if there's a huge gap in data and then suddenly all this data comes in at once, like that's your context clues. Because again, and so that matters for a trial. Why? Because no expert can actually say, here we can, because there's not going to be an event that logs it powering off. They can't actually say, then they can never say it 100%, right? Because they can't say, oh, this shows it was powered off or this shows it was powered on. It's context clues. Okay. So this is where that can be coming, that, you know, they can dispute that at trial, right? However, you know, so if the phone is off, there's no data. It's as if the phone has suddenly died. And once the phone is powered on, it starts logging events again as if it has sprung back to life. Yay! Okay, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I have not been looking at the chat because I've been doing all this. I don't know what you're referencing, DB, but welcome. Or maybe you're not talking to me. I don't know. It might be helpful too, because since you guys are having conversations with each other, if you guys want something that's specifically to me, if you want to just put like CW or Chels or something, so that way I know you're referencing me, that might be helpful. When you say network here, that's, to me, that's cell towers, okay? GPS is different, that uses satellites. If a phone is not reporting to the network, whether it's out of service or whether it's on airplane mode, right? Out of service or airplane mode, you're dealing with cell towers. Cell towers, that's the network, okay? That is completely separate from GPS, which is your location data. GPS is satellites. And I think you may have missed some of that if you got here, because that was already in some of the stuff we just covered. So that's completely separate, okay? It can still be tracked. I mean, I guess I could go back in the presentation. You all talk about path. I don't know anything about it. I just know what you guys say, but it seems like some people think he's great, some people don't. I don't know. So yes, I said as much. I said that. We were in agreement here. The phone log would show attempts to connect if it was powered on. Yes, I said that. That was in the presentation right here. Hold on. I said that. Where was it? Right here. I said this. For example, if out of service, it will show the phone constantly trying to ping a tower. While this would result in no cell tower pings on the network, the attempts to connect are logged in the phone itself. So we are saying the same thing with that. Oh, we haven't even gotten to that yet. That's going to come up when we get to the paths of travel. It can't be tracked under which circumstance, because I've been breaking this down with every different type of circumstance, one by one at a time. So it's not just like in general, a phone can or can't be tracked. It's like I've been breaking it down like very thoroughly here, one thing at a time with every type of situation. And some of you all may have missed some of this, but like literally I went through every type of possible situation. As you can see, I'm just scrolling through it. So, you know, and actually the tracking part, hold on. Like if you could just elaborate on what circumstance are you referencing, that would be helpful. maybe I need to pull up. All right, let's just review this again. How else can a cell phone be tracked? This is the cell phone shit, right? Cell towers and Wi-Fi. I think we're good on this. Okay, great. And then this, again, this is going to deal with your cell phone towers. Great. I think we can skip past that. We need to go to the next part. Yes, I said this, you guys. I said this. I literally said this. We're in agreement. I literally said that. No. Let me be clear. I'm saying that the phone, the phone does not log. Hold on. Let me just make sure this is clear. The phone, I did not say nobody can tell if it was powered off. No. There's a distinction. That's why I'm very careful with what I say, guys. I'm very careful. There's a distinction. I didn't say nobody can tell. I said phones don't log events for powering off. They don't. They do not log events for powering off. I didn't say nobody can tell. I said they can tell, but they have to use context clues. What I'm saying is no expert can say, look at this line of data and it has all this code, right? Like, for example, they can look at a line of data that has all this code or whatever and be like, yeah, this is the phone refreshing the Google search for Hoslong, right? For example, okay, whatever. As an example, right? That's what it is. They're not going to ever be able to have a line of code that says, yep, that's the phone being voluntarily powered off. Remember, if the battery dies, guys, it will log an event for that. It does not log an event for powering off voluntarily. So they can't look at a line of code and be like, that's what that's saying. It does not log an event. That's different than telling through context clues. And that's what I've been explaining. I feel like I don't want to like be redundant, but I feel like I've been explaining it in great detail that the context clues is how you tell. Yes. I think you missed part of my presentation. Literally, let's just go. So, right. Okay. So cell phones don't log events for powering the phone off voluntarily and switching phone airplane mode on off. Again, we've talked about this at great length, which brings us to our next question. Look. What about disabling location services? Okay, that one was a maybe, right? In other words, they might be able to see that logged in as event. Okay, but how else can a phone be tracked? Okay, we covered all that. So now I need to go to the next part. Hold on. This part, right? Hold on. This part. How can we tell which it was? This is the context clues, right? Full file extraction, aka Cellebrite. We'll just go through it again. If the phone is anything other than powered off, it will still show background processes. For example, if out of service, it will constantly show the phone trying to ping a tower. While this will result in no cell tower pings on the network that attempts to connect or logged in the phone itself. Right. Attempts to connect. That's what I'm saying. The same is true of location data, Wi-Fi, etc. If the phone is on, it is constantly trying to connect. What if the phone is on, but location services are disabled and in airplane mode is toggled on? The full file extraction will show internal processes that run in the background. Those are your involuntary, right? Again, if your phone is sitting there, it's doing this. Essentially, the phone extraction will show that the phone is alive, doing phone things, living its best life. If it's off, there's just no data. They would be looking at the Cellebrite, guys. They'd be looking at like the knowledge C database, and all of a sudden there would be a window of time for whatever where there's just no data, period, being logged. It's as if the phone has died, right? Once the phone is powered on, it starts logging events again, as if it has sprung back to life. Yay! Does that make sense so far? Brought to you by.
It's a house.
Okay, so Meg, I'm trying to make this make sense in the most, clarified way possible. So if you guys have questions, please ask, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Teaching is what I do. So an expert can look at the cell phone data and see if it was attempted. Yes, bingo, yes. So this is the thing, is that we don't know yet what the Cellebrite report says. Yes, absolutely, 100%. This comment on the screen. Yes, this we won't learn until trial. We won't learn it until trial. When the Cellebrite report, they have that, right? And we know the defense referenced that as an exhibit on the exhibit list. The Cellebrite report will show. They'll be able to figure it out. That's when we will get the answer as to what was going on. Because again, it's going to come down to, is there the gap in data, right? If there's a huge gap in data in like the knowledge sea database, the phone's off. But again, but that's not the end of the world, right? Because anybody can turn their phone off for any reason, right? It doesn't mean just because your phone is powered off, it doesn't mean you're committing a quadruple homicide. You see what I mean? It's just they're going to have to go step by step and then try to argue essentially, what it means in the end. And it's going to be for the jury to decide. Does powering your phone off mean you're guilty? That type of shit, right? So, look, apparently it's snowing right now. My computer says that's interesting. It wasn't supposed to be snowing until tomorrow. So does that make sense? Now, if the phone does have data, right, running in the background, if there is data, that's great. That's information, right? And then who knows what that'll show. Is this making sense for you guys? So Bunny Murphy saying yes. Are you saying yes as if this is helpful? Hopefully. Who said right. Right. Can you elaborate, Twiz? What was that from again? I'm trying to remember. The Cellebrite extraction is there. It was on the exhibit list. Now there's another thing to keep in mind, okay? What else can happen? We saw this actually in the Murdaugh trial. There was an example of this with Maggie's phone. So the other thing that can happen, okay, is even if there's not any fuckery going on, right? Like, even if you don't have that, there can still be problems with the phone overwriting data, okay? Now, normally, the way you combat that is by putting it in a Faraday bag. So, like, for example, oh, good, I'm glad you love the squanguin. That's awesome. I'm glad you love the squanguin. Yeah, the squanguin is the mascot here. Love the squanguin. Love a good hybrid animal. I'm glad you love that. That's awesome. We have so many squanguin fun things too that you'll see if you are sticking around. So what was I saying? Oh yes, Faraday bag. So in other words, what you want to do, right? If you're law enforcement and you get a phone, you want to immediately do a number of things. You want to put it on airplane mode. You want to like take out the SIM card, power it off, and put it in a Faraday bag. Why? Because number of things. A, you want to stop the phone from overwriting its own data so that you're preserving the phone as it was at the time. Otherwise, you can lose data, right? And then the other reason is because you want to prevent anybody from remote wiping the phone. That's where the Faraday bag comes in. So hopefully that makes sense. So like but my point was this, like, let's just say that law enforcement, got the phone and like even if there's like a 5-minute delay getting that in a Faraday bag, you better believe the defense is going to bring that up. That if, for example, right, if in fact, if this is hypothetical, if in fact that they look at the Cellebrite and there is a gap in data, right? If that's the case, we'll see. But then let's just say that potentially, let's say law enforcement didn't immediately put it in airplane mode or take out the SIM card, power it off, put it in a Faraday bag. Even if there was like a couple minutes delay, you better believe that we're going to have somebody come in and say on the defensive side that, well, hey, the reason that data could be missing is because it overrode itself because they did not immediately preserve it at the state it was in, and that the data could have been lost. Could happen. Just saying. Okay, thank you. Are you saying that? No, Ann Taylor didn't say that. Are you saying Ann Taylor said that? No, I don't think she was appointed yet. So did that come up in one of the recent hearings? I'm trying to fucking remember. I mean, it rings a bell. I'm just trying to place what that was from specifically. 1/2/23. I remember hearing her say this, but like I've watched these hearings so many times, they're all blending together at a certain extent here. Oh, thank you, Twiz. Okay, thank you. So what this could mean is that they didn't have the Cellebrite extraction back yet, because we don't know when that was completed. I tried to figure that out with some mathing at it in a recent live stream, but that was just for the sake of mathing at it. We don't know for sure, right? The Cellebrite extractions vary in terms of how long they can take. So we don't know when they got the Cellebrite extraction back yet. So it could be like, just in terms of why wouldn't they have the GPS data? There's a number of reasons. It could be that they didn't have the whenever this comment was made, right? On 1/2, they might not have had the Cellebrite extraction back yet, right? Or could be, let's see. I mean, I guess that'd be the first thing. But I see why you're saying that, because it's the point being that he assumes that they would. So what's interesting is that then, and that's the thing, right? So if they didn't have the GPS data because the extraction wasn't done on 1/2, say, right? Whenever that was completed, like if the extraction, and this brings us to another point, like if that was completed and the extraction then eventually showed, here's the location data, bada bing, bada boom, literally couldn't have been there. Then yeah, I mean, the only outcome to that, right, barring a lot of extenuating circumstances, would be, okay, you're free to go, right? I mean, it's just, that's it. Like, we have the wrong person. So because that has not happened, what does that mean? Well, either the data is not there. Again, it might, the data, if there's missing data, you better believe we're going to see in trial, guys, them arguing over why the data is missing. That's what it could come down to, something like that. Because the data being missing could be, the state would, I'm sure the state will try to say it's missing because he deleted it or whatever, something about the defendant doing it, right? And the defense is going to say, the phone maybe overrode itself. It wasn't properly, again, preserved by law enforcement, or even prior to law enforcement getting the phone. Remember, because there was, what was it? Like a little over a month until he was arrested, right? So during that time, the phone is going to overwrite its own data. There's that, right? The phone's going to overwrite its own data. Things can be missing. So the experts are going to have to fight over that. There's just, and then the third thing that could be argued is fuckery by law enforcement. So I'm going to review that again. First thing state would argue is defendant is the reason there's things missing, right? The defense has probably two routes they would go. One route would be the phone just overrode itself because that's what phones do, or the phone overrode itself because it wasn't properly preserved. But the third thing could be intentional fuckery of law enforcement. So just hopefully that helps us see where this could be going. That's possible, Twiz. That's possible. Truer words have never been spoken. Tony says Payne had no real training. Payne had no real training, I don't think, in like anything. But yes, including phone forensics. Okay. So hopefully you guys feel like we're learning. Are we getting a good sense of what this can be? So now I've got another one ready for you guys. Another phone thing. Okay. Now this is going to be, this is a short one. This is going to have some Twiz. I remember thinking when I put this together that you were going to find a couple things especially interesting in here, but this is going to be just a little bit of some testimony from the Murdaugh trial that I haven't already shown you guys, but it's relevant. So yeah. So Dylan Hightower on call detail records, and the facts of this particular trial matter not at all. It's just because they had a lot of cell phone experts. And so that's what we're listening for, is the information. Okay.
Did you acquire any other records to assist you in looking through these phones?
Yes, sir, I did.
What did you acquire?
I was supplied with all of the call detail records from Verizon for all of the parties that we had obtained information on or obtained a search warrant on to identify ideally location information. What I like to do in my cases, if we have a phone extraction as well.
This is important. Listen to what he says.
Those phone records, I like to compare the two and identify.
Okay, the phone extraction and the cell phone records from the network provider, compare the two.
Any discrepancies or any issues that might occur.
Yes,
But the
they will do
call
that.
detail records allow
Yes.
you to obtain location information if you don't get it from the Cellebrite extraction.
Okay. And you said,
And of course, that's if the phone is pinging off a tower and all that we've already covered. There's more. There's a lot of good stuff in here. So I thought, all right, that's going to be, so that will come up. Comparing the Cellebrite report to like the call detail record and comparing, because you can see, again, when it comes to this thing of trying to figure out were things automatically deleted, whose fault was it, what happened, was overwritten. One of the first things they will do is they will compare the two things. But I hope that, yeah, Detective Mallory. So I call him the Idaho Lolly for anyone who's new here. By the way, shout out to the Lolly Bird with his closing argument tie. But would love for the Idaho Lolly to pop in.
you specified that you took those cell phone records, which, to remind the jury, that's information that's stored by who?
By Verizon, in this case, Verizon, but
Yes. By the cell company, correct?
yes, sir.
All right. And you compared it to the information you found on these phones, correct?
I did, yes, sir.
And specifically, with Alex's phone, what did you discover when you're comparing these phone records to the phone itself, the call log?
Once I started, I essentially built a digital timeline of all forms of digital evidence that we had during that time frame, and it was kind of a working copy. During that time frame, I compared the call logs from the extraction or from the actual device to the phone logs that I saw on the call detail records provided from Verizon. On the date in question on June 7th, I only saw 2 FaceTime calls on the phone extraction, and I saw a series of around 73 phone calls on the Verizon call detail record. It's nearly impossible, actually, I know of no way to delete any phone calls that you might have made that had processed through the network, or in this case, Verizon.
Okay, so that could come up. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. There's been no talk yet, and of course, why would there be? But in terms of phone, like calls or text messages, right? We just don't know. And I don't even just mean at or during the hours of the homicides potentially, but at any point in time, right? There could be something important that comes up in this trial with Bryan Kohberger about a phone call or a text. We just don't know. So again, that's why I wanted to include that, to show that one thing that's important to note for anyone who's not familiar with that is like that if you delete it from your phone, right, it still will show up on the call detail records. So that's funny though about Detective Mallory popping in. Dylan Hightower. Yeah, again, I don't know anything about, I just know what you guys mentioned about Pav. It seems like some people don't like him. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, you know, and I can't recommend it or not because I haven't seen it. I don't know the person, but what I will say is this much, that my personal philosophy, you know, being a teacher, you know, is that rather than just being like, here's the answer, boom, you know, I feel like it's so much more important. And this is just my personal philosophy, right? And this is why I do things the way I do, to show you why. Not just here's the answer, but here's why. Here's how and then to also show you how I got there, so that it's not just me giving an answer, right? You know what I mean? But also so that you guys can follow the process. And then if you come to a different conclusion, you can do that. But you can't do that if you don't have all the information, right? That's why I try to show everything step by step and you know, and show you how I got to where I got, but you guys can arrive somewhere else. But I think it's just, again, important so that people can understand things and kind of think for themselves. But that's just my personal philosophy. You know, I'm not saying it's bad to just have like a quick video that's like, here's the answer, but like, you know, that's, yeah, I think it's important maybe to have both types of resources, I guess, if you will. The 254, we'll get there. 254. That's from the hearing. I'm sure you've seen it, Deb. Yeah, 254. That's we're only a minute away from that, and we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Black Widow is here. Welcome. We're gonna get there. Don't worry, guys. Okay.
The number provided by Verizon is not necessarily 100% accurate, right?
It's not, because depending on where the phone is, if the phone's
Okay. What they're talking about here, this is the cell tower dude. They're talking about the accuracy. This is so crucial. The accuracy of location data. Now, again, remember, there's multiple types. We're not talking about GPS location data here. He's talking about the cell tower, right? Cell tower location accuracy of, that was worded weird. The accuracy of the cell tower location data. That's what he's talking about.
Out in the middle of the field, 1 mile from the tower, it should register at a mile. But if the phone's in a house, or let's say the phone's in this court.
Twiz, this is, I thought you would find, okay, because of the Lewiston Tower. Let me back this up. This is the part, Twiz, I was like, oh, Twiz is this is relevant because we were talking about this with the Lewiston Tower. Okay.
Tower, it should register at a mile. But if the phone's in a house, or let's say the phone's in this courtroom, those signals have to go through the exterior walls of the courtroom, hit my phone, then go back out through the exterior walls. And it might slow the signal down, which will make the distance just slightly further.
So it's generally reliable, but not necessarily exactly accurate when you see that RTT distance.
It's not exactly accurate.
Okay. The GPS information provided by phone isn't exactly 100% accurate, correct?
Correct.
But it does, the phone information provides information that allows you to determine how accurate the location information is.
It's basically a level of accuracy. So if the level of accuracy is like 3-4 meters, I mean, the phone's going to be within this general area around me. But if the level of accuracy is, let's say, 5,000 meters, that just tells me it's here in town somewhere.
You guys hear that? I'm going to play that again. Here's what he's talking about here. Now he's talking about the combo platter, as we call it, of combining the cell tower, right, location data with GPS. And when you combine the two, you get a level of accuracy, and that can vary. So prior to that, the key thing, right, was like that, depending on if the tower, because Twiz was saying how the Lewiston Tower, there's like a big hill, it can affect the signal, right? And that can make the distance seem different than what it is. So that was the first thing he was saying. But then again, we're going to play it again here. The combo of the GPS with the cell tower location data, and you get a range of accuracy. So let's hear this again.
Be within this general area.
The location information.
It's basically a level of accuracy. So if the level of accuracy is like 3-4 meters, I mean, the phone's going to be within this general area around me. But if the level of accuracy is, let's say, 5,000 meters, that just tells me it's here in town somewhere.
Crucial, right? It's just here in town somewhere. Like, it gives me goosebumps. Like this is why I included this, because with this case in Idaho, how important is this shit going to be, right? Think about this, guys. When you've got a level of accuracy that's within 3 to 4 meters, what that means is they can say the phone is literally within, like he said, this 3 to 4 meters, right? You can put it in a room of a house if you've got that level of that, but it varies. But you can have a level of accuracy where it's like it's generally maybe in town somewhere. That's not going to get you anywhere, right? With proving something beyond a reasonable doubt. Isn't that interesting, guys? Right? Yes. Yep. Yeah. So, and then again, so with this segues perfectly in back going to the maps, guys. And we're going to, because of the bit with the cell tower and the distance and stuff. Okay. So let me unshare, reshare. Yeah. Isn't that wild though? Just to think about the difference that is, right? Like crazy. I mean, that's the difference between a conviction and not a conviction in any case, right? If when we're talking about proving location, and that's, just the accuracy levels is just insane. So now, right. This is the Lewiston Tower. Twiz, feel free to enlighten everybody because Twiz has lots of thoughts about this Lewiston Tower. But this is the tower, just to show you guys, what are we looking at? So, okay. Let me go back to this map. Here's this one more zoomed in. If I zoom out, right? Remember how I said these are in their actual location, right? Okay, can you guys see my mouse? This tower right here, let me zoom in on this. So it's the same map. The map is still to scale. I'm just zooming in. Can you guys see the hand? Little hand. Look at the little hand. This tower is, I put this tower in the right place. The little hand. There it is. That tower. So that's the location of the tower. Okay. First thing. Okay. This, now where that blue dot is here. Wait, zoom in. Okay. Little hand. Where the blue dot is, that's the tower location. Remember, because it's different. The tower location and then the area it serves are completely different things we have to keep in mind. So this is the tower location that we just saw. Now, that's the area it serves. And if you notice, It's like a crazy ass triangle thing, and it goes all the way up to Moscow. Okay, next one. Okay, now that's a zoomed out picture of it. Now, the other thing that's interesting to note, remember thinking back to the 3 towers thing from the hearing? And I just, every time I talk about the number of towers, I just get Lord of the Ring references in my brain. Anyway, so now this is the Paradise Ridge Road Tower. Now, let me go back to this. Hold on. I need to show you guys the location of it. Okay, on this map right here. So again, down here, the bottom, there's that Lewiston Tower that we just looked at. This tower right here is the Paradise Ridge Road Tower. Now, again, like I said, on this particular map, I had to make the 2 towers of Moscow really tiny so that they would fit. They're there. They're in the right place. Those are the 2 towers of Moscow. Okay. But then you've got this tower. Okay. And that's the Paradise Ridge Road Tower. So that's the tower. And now we're going to look at where that tower services, whatever. Here. Again, location of the tower right here where the blue dot is. And look at how much, honestly, it doesn't even all fit in the map. Like I would have had to zoom out so much to get the entire coverage area in that you would have lost where the, like it wouldn't have been helpful because you wouldn't even have a perspective as to where we were looking at. So it's huge. It services a huge area. Like, isn't that wild? Now, I was asking Twiz if he knows the difference between the shaded purple versus the shaded green. And he does not know. I don't know. We don't know what that is. Could be helpful, interesting. So again, think about the significance here though, right? Because there's a lot of mystery, right? Over this whole thing. And we're going to get to the 7 minutes, guys. Don't worry. Okay. Thank you, Twiz. It provides services south of Moscow. Right. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, we can see that in the picture. I was talking about the hill though. Didn't you have some information about a hill? Okay, now we're going to get to the 7 minutes and the 254 people. So let me pull up the master list. Okay. Let me unshare, reshare. Okay. The master list. Again, shout out to Heather for coming up with the name. What is this? This is a work in progress, and I want everyone who feels like they want to contribute is more than welcome. It's in the Discord. My goal is to continually update this. This is literally plotting the information of the white Elantra, as in, what do I mean? The time and where it is supposed to be. And we all know it could be more than one white Elantra. That doesn't matter for the sake of trying to look at what is going to be the different suggested passive travel, like at trial from the state and whatnot, right? So again, because they're going to dispute the car, that will be a whole thing. So this is just going off of what have they provided with the times and the locations. And we're going to look at it. We're going to go and we're going to squirrely map it out. Now it's color coded. So in purple black is PCA. Purple is discrepancies raised at the January 23rd, 2025 hearing. Now here, additional colors representing data from other court filings will be added as needed. So far, I haven't added anything from other things. So you will only see black and purple, but again, we will add more colors as needed. It's going to be color coded. So purple is things from the hearings and black is PCA. And so this is we're going to get to the discrepancy in time. So again, I've plotted everything from, and again, this was not on camera. This is Brett Payne's theory. That's going to be on our map. We're going to get to it. Okay, then the other thing that's on the master list is the phone. Why? Because how do we get to path of travel? Car phone. Car plus phone. That's how. So we have to separate, and they don't always seem to move together, which is why they're separated out here, right? Crazy. So again, we got the PCA in black. Purple is the hearing. Okay, now for all of you guys who are asking about this thing, here we go. Okay, let's take a look. So the discrepancy with that 7 minutes is because of the phone. So we're going to look at this. So 242, cell towers servicing the apartment, according to the PCA. They don't say which cell tower. If they gave a specific cell tower, it would be in this document. That's why I'm doing all the extra work to plot it out with the cell towers and try to figure it out, because they're not telling us. Okay, so again, PCA says 242. Now at the January 23rd hearing, remember this was the first discrepancy in time, was 242 versus 244. You guys remember that? So in the hearing, it was 244 leaving the residence, and I used, by the way, the exact wording that they use. I didn't change any of the wording because these are different things, but maybe they're supposed to mean the same thing. I have no idea. But the important thing here, the wording in the PCA, the phone was pinging off of cell towers that service the apartment. In the hearing, and this was from Ann Taylor, she says at 244, the phone is she uses the languaging leaving the residence. So that could be interpreted as pinging off of a cell tower servicing the apartment. Let me know what you guys think is meant by this. That's just me saying this is exactly what it is verbatim. Okay. Now, 247, according to the PCA, the phone utilized cellular resources that provide coverage southeast of the Kohberger residence, consistent with the 8458 phone, leaving the Kohberger residence and traveling through South Pullman. Okay, well, now that answers that question, right? So leaving the residence. Well, there you go. So there's just another discrepancy there. So in other words, we've got multiple discrepancies. We've got 242 versus 244, but now there's also this one. I don't even know that Anne mentioned this particular 247. Anyway, so in other words, this is from the PCA, right? Saying at 247, it's utilizing resources that show that it's leaving the residence and traveling south through Pullman. And then at the hearing, it's 244. And then according to the PCA, 247, the phone stops reporting. And then this is the key part here, 254. From the hearing, right? The phone stops reporting. Ann Taylor mentions handoffs. As far as Murdaugh, that's my favorite trial of all time. And I've covered it gavel to gavel. But I already knew when I started feeling sad as I finished it that we would do an anniversary. So what that means is that we will watch it gavel to gavel again here at some point. We will watch it gavel to gavel again, and we'll go through it start to finish. I'm not going to tangent off into Murdaugh, because we'll scroll tangent ourselves into oblivion with that, because I could go on and on about Murdaugh and all the things about it. So yes. Okay. Thank you, Twiz. Coming out of Lewiston, it's a super steep hill. So that could affect the RTT timing data, right? Is what we were hearing in that video. And by the way, I'm also covering the Murdaugh appeal. Speaking of this, the new trial situation, have been covering the entire Murdaugh appeal. I'm reading every single fucking page. It's like 250 pages or something. I'm reading the entire thing. And so far I've had 2 installments. So part 3 we will have soon. I can't remember if I have it scheduled or not, but we'll do part 3 soon. I think we might be able to finish it in 4 total parts, but we'll see. Right on. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to go to the Supreme Court. It's going to be incredible, right? Being like, yeah, like I remember the day that it wasn't the day that Maggie and Paul were shot. It was the roadside incident. So that was before he was charged or anything, right? The day of the roadside incident was when I learned about the case. And I have been following every detail of it ever since then. And so to think about seeing a case start to finish, like before an arrest is made and then following it all the way up through the Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court, which I think is what's going to happen, it's like blows my mind to think about how fortunate a person, how fortunate a person would be to be able to do that. Anyway, okay, so yeah, so 254 phone stops reporting. Ann Taylor mentions handoffs, and that's in the January 23rd hearing. And again, this is the key thing, right? This is the phone now is reporting back to the network. So 448, utilize cellular resources that provide coverage to, thank you, Twiz. Twiz had put this in the chat, and I forgot that this was also verbatim in, of course, the master list. There's a reason it's the master list, guys. north of Genesee. Remember I said I'd put it in here verbatim? That's really fucking funny. Twiz, did you see this? Remember, I have this in the Discord, and the idea, right, is so that if you guys who are following this and you're like, oh, there's another time in another hearing where there's another discrepancy, y'all can let me know. And this is going to be continually updated. That's the goal, right? Okay, so let's go back because now we're getting into the path of travel. So we're going to go back to the maps. So, but this is the point of this master list, right? Elantra, when you look at it, right, there's like way less for the Elantra versus the phone. There's the Elantra, path of travel of the Elantra, and the phone. Now back to the maps. Whee! This is going to be fun. And we're going to do some on the squirrel boots on the ground mapping field trip situations as well. Okay. He hasn't memorized. Right. Hi, Sudi. Welcome. You're not disrupting anything, girl. No squirrel left behind, I will say. Okay, so yes, so back it up. Back it on up. Okay. I think we need to start with the loop-de-loop. I don't know how much other people have talked about this. Doesn't really matter, but I find this very, very fucking interesting. Okay, remember, anytime you see one of these maps that I have, if there is a tower in real life in that area, and remember, I'm not talking about where it services, I'm talking about where the tower is located, right? If there is a tower located, it is on the map. So again, what is my point? This is really zoomed in, and I'll explain what we're looking at, but it's so zoomed in that there's only one tower, and I'm going to point it out because sometimes they're harder to see. But again, this is a real 5G tower. I just colorized it right here. This is just the one tower, okay? The one tower. And then there was one. What are we looking at? Okay. This is the whole thing. You guys, 254, which way did he go? This is the crux of the whole fucking thing. So, blue. Blue is the suggested route from the state. Purple, defense. So this is, did he take a right? Did he take a left? Now, you might notice this little circle here. I added that in blue. Why? That's the loop-de-loop. What the fuck's the loop-de-loop? Glad you asked. Okay. Let me pull this back up. Someday, I'm sure that some of the StreamYard or somebody will figure out a way where you can have these things pulled up without having to unshare, reshare, because honestly, it's just gets old. But until then, we carry on. Okay. What is the loop-de-loop? The loop-de-loop fascinates me. So, okay. And we're going to go there. Don't worry. Here. Wait, where is it? Right here, 254 or 244 to 253. What is that mathing? 6, 9. Wait. Oh my God. Yeah. So 9 minutes, right? Yes, 9 minutes. So what are we looking? What's the loop-de-loop? The loop-de-loop says he's going north. This is the white Elantra, right? North on Southeast Nevada Street at Northeast Stadium Way at 244. And and don't worry, we're going to go there. We're going to go there, guys. It's going to be awesome. We're going to do it right now. 253 Southeast. Okay. To the map we go. To the loop-de-loop. Are you guys excited? I'm super excited. Okay. To the loop-de-loop. This gets really interesting to me. All right. Thank you, Twiz, for that. Thank you. Okay. Well, some grass. Yeah, if you guys are new, you will see that I love freaking Squirrely Mountain Time and Squirrely field trips, and I'm never ceased to be amazed. I never cease to be amazed at the planet Earth, and it doesn't take much to get me laughing and, whatever. It's just squirrely. It's just squirrel stuff. Okay. So, all right. This is the loop-de-loop right here. Right here. So it's small, right? Now remember, what was it? 9 minutes. So where I got curious, I was like, 9 minutes. So one camera. So let's just go. Let's just go. Take me there, little man. I used to sing I Believe I Can Fly. And then somebody reminded me that that's bad because R. Kelly. And I was like, no, ruined the song. Sucks because I really want to sing the song every time I make the little guy fly. All right. So here we are, Southeast Nevada Street. So let me just orient myself. Hold on. Okay. Wait, we need to go. Nope. Nope. Oh, God. Okay, wait. No. We need. Yes. This is the way. This is the way that we are going. Right? Yes. Okay. So, right. Okay. So this is the big intersection. Now, what's important here? Well, number of things. First of all, cameras, right? Cameras. So that's one of the things I wanted to look at is where do they have them on camera? That's where the master list comes in handy. Camera. Wee. Camera. Whoa. Wee. And if memory serves, there's one that doesn't have a camera. Memory serves correctly. This is the one without a camera, which is weird, right? Why? I don't know. So 3 of them, there's 3 cameras, right? I don't know why this one's missing one. I feel left out for this particular guy without a camera. Anyway, so this is this intersection where they have the white. Now, we don't know who's driving. It's a white Elantra. Okay. Or well, let's just say it's a white car to be safe. Okay. So the loop-de-loop. Some of you guys may have been here when we did this the first time, but I wanted to go back through and there's a reason. This is fucking fascinating because I was like, let's take a look at how big this loop-de-loop is and why would it take 9 minutes, right? Right? Okay. Join us on our journey here, squirrels. So if you take a look on the left right here, you can see the tiny dude. Here's the loop-de-loop. We're going to watch him. I'll probably get lost. It's okay. And we're going to watch him on the loop-de-loop here and we're going to see what it looks like in real life. And if Twiz wants to drive this and film it, that would be awesome too. But we're gonna do it this way for now. Not trying to make Twiz do work. I think I just combined Squirrel and Twiz. That might be what happened there. I try to figure out the brain. So okay, so I'm trying to make sure we're staying on track. Okay, loop-de-loop, loop-de-loop. Oh, a person. Interesting. So, what have we here? Go back to why it just jumped over a hill, but don't worry, we can get back there because I've done this before. Let's go back. So, where are we? We're in the loop-de-loop. What is the loop-de-loop, guys? It's dorm rooms. That's one of the important things here. So, the loop-de-loop is literally taking us around all these dorms. Don't worry, guys, I'm here. StreamYard did the thing. So I thought to myself this, right? So we know that there's the cameras at the intersection. But then there's the 9 minutes if it's the same car, right? But this just to work this out. There's 9 minutes. I would imagine there's got to be fucking cameras where these dorm rooms are, right? So what that car is doing in the 9 minutes, shouldn't that be on camera? You guys feel me on that? So I wanted to go through the loop-de-loop and take a look at it again and see if we can see any cameras because the cameras are pretty fucking obvious, right? Because there should be but my thought was, well, what was happening in 9 minutes? Well, what would make sense is if somebody's got the group of friends in the car, right there, maybe they're the DD or whatever, and they're probably dropping them off at their respective dorm rooms or picking people up. I don't know, either way, right? And this was at, what time was this again? Let me pull up my document. This was at 244, between 244 and 253. So, you know, the bars are closed, but they could be hanging out, whatever. I think I need to go down here. Yeah. Let's see. So, right. So we need to be looking, are we seeing cameras, guys? It'd be great if we had somebody in Squirrel Crew that like is or was a student here and like knows where the camera, like, but why would you do that if you're like a student wouldn't just like know where cameras are, would they? I don't know. What is that? What are you? What is that? That's just some light or something. Fire hydrant. I mean, but I feel like there has to be, right? Doesn't there have to be? Oh, thank you, Twiz. I would think that too, Meg. I feel like I read somewhere though that there's cameras, but there's like not a camera. I don't remember. I'm not going to say it because I don't remember enough to say it. Just say anything specific. Where can we find that? Headlights overwhelm the camera. Yeah, R. Kelly. I'm just looking through the chat here. R. Kelly. Yeah, I know. It's funny because he came up the other night too with Trapped in the Closet. Have any of y'all seen Trapped in the Closet? Am I the only one back in the day? Again, that was before all the shit went down. Anywho. Yeah, it's like that seems so wild though. You know what I mean? Because for safety. You know what I mean? Okay, but it's not dorm rooms though. Yeah, like where I live, I'm in a house, but like, sorry, hold on. That just reminds me, I have a new command. Is it house or mouse? I think it's mouse. A house is a house, a mouse, a mouse. Anyway, I live in right there it is. Excellent. So I live in a house, but there's an apartment complex right across the street, and there's cameras all over that fucking thing. There's also by the way, guys, for anyone who's like, what happened to the shooting near my house? That still is unsolved, and they still have not named a suspect, which is wild. It happened on New Year's Eve. Crazy. And I think I've told some of you guys about it, but like, dude, there were shell casings everywhere. It was wild. Like whoever it was did not pick up their shell casings. One person died and another person was injured, and they have no suspect yet. Anyway, so yeah, I guess so. That's wild though, right? So, and I mean, for rural areas, I would think that the number of cameras at like traffic stops would matter, but like as far as like a university, you know what I mean? I would think that wouldn't matter if it's, you know, because it's almost like its own city in and of itself, right? Any university. And I wish I could remember like where I went to school. I was never looking for cameras. I have no idea if there were cameras or not, but like I'm sure it would be different now anyway. Bicycle. Any Queen fans in the chat? I like to ride my bicycle. Oh, am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way. I told you guys I would get lost. I promised you guys that would happen, and I fulfilled that promise. Sorry. Okay, and we're back, I think. Get to the road, though. Huh. It won't. It's like you can't. What? Woohoo! What? You know, what's interesting, I will say, is I feel like this didn't happen the last time I did this. And that was like, what, a week ago, maybe? Like, I feel like you were able to get around this, whatever thing, concrete thing, sidewalk. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, there we go. So I guess there's not cameras at the loop-de-loop, which is just, again, surprising to me, but it is what it is. So, but it's dorm rooms. So, so again, so just thinking it through, right? 9 minutes. What's happening in the 9 minutes? Fat. Do they make your rock and roll go around? Awesome. Cool. Coolio. Coolio. Thank you, Twiz. Okay. All right. So that's the loop-de-loop. Now let me go back to my MAGPIE thing. Okay. So we need to settle this 254 thing, or well, take a look at it. So for that, we need to go back to the master list. Let me see here. So, okay. So here's the thing that's interesting. Okay. Here's the thing that's interesting. I need to unshare reshare. I was like, can I get away with not doing it now? We need to do it. So okay. So again, the discrepancy with the phone being that the phone, when does the phone, there's two issues here. There's when does the phone stop reporting, right? And where is the phone when it stops reporting? And where is the Elantra in question at that time? So those are the different layers we have to sort through, right, guys? Oh, remind me where you're. Hold on. Have you told me where you're at, Deb? You're in Indiana, right? Yes. Wait. Yes. All right, Indiana. I try to remember where everybody's from. And if for any of you guys who are new, if you feel like wanting to say I'm from here, you don't have to, but you can. And I'll try to remember. I usually do remember. I feel like I do. Pretty sure Indiana, mountain lions, cougars, craziness. Have you guys all heard my bear story? I feel like most of you have. I mean, I know there's new people. Anyway, if y'all want me to tell the bear story, let me know. Right. Okay. So where is the phone? What time? Where is the phone? Where's the car? Right. So I think the crucial thing here is we know the time is, I think we can all agree, right? The time is 2:54. So the question then becomes, where is the phone at 2:54 and where is the car at 2:54, right? That's the thing. That's going to be the thing in the case, I feel like, in the trial. Like one of the big things. One of the biggest things, probably, I would think. Oh, you're in Nashville. Cool. Yes. Welcome back, Niece and These. Yes. And I'm not even saying Bryan's Elantra. I'm just saying the Elantra because, and honestly, again, sometimes I feel like we should call it the white car. I mean, it's suspect vehicle 1, right? The state is saying it's the same car anyway. So, or unless you're saying specifically where is Bryan's Elantra, I don't think that we no, in other words, from Ann Taylor, right? Okay. From Ann Taylor, well, the issue is that where Ann Taylor and the defense would say that Bryan's Elantra, where they're saying, okay, we believe this is Bryan's Elantra, where they think that would be, right? That camera footage is missing. That's the thing, right? So that's what I was going to say. Right. So, like when they were asking for the Mondays and all that videos and they don't have it. And then also yeah. So, wow, it says it's heavy snowing outside. I feel like, should I go look and see? It says it's heavy snowing. Sometimes it'll say things and then I'm like, but is that real? Hold on, look. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. Okay. There's my entire screen. So it's this thing at the bottom down here. See guys, it says heavy snow. Is that for real? For real? Should I go open the door and look? Oh God. Yes. We know where it is at 2:54. Which what? Which thing are you referring to? The phone and the car? Oops. So as far as the car is concerned, now again, this is why I said this has to be a group effort. Because I could have easily missed something, right? But what I have here from the piece, again, the states, the point is we're trying to see the states theory and the defense theory, right? That's the point. So the states theory, 253 from the affidavit, southeast on Nevada. So in other words, at 253, I plotted these in chronological order. So this is the closest thing in terms of being to 254. And so it's 1 minute away from that, right? This is coming out of the loop-de-loop that we just looked at, right? So the loop-de-loop is also really important here, I feel like, right? So that's at 253. But look at what I've got here, right? This is what I have. The white, so this is the closest thing. So that's the car. What do we have for the phone? Remember, we're looking for location, right? For the phone, we have this. This is my point, guys. At 2:54, phone stops reporting and Taylor mentions handoffs. Are you guys seeing anything about which tower or a location at 2:54? Again, unless I missed something that was said verbally at a hearing, but I've gone through it so many bazillions of times. I listened to the hearing, and that's where this came from, as it says January 23rd hearing. So phone stops reporting, and Taylor mentions handoffs. And the reason I included that is because I was so frustrated that there's no location given, and that I included that because the closest thing we can try to figure out for a location is this, that there's handoffs. That's the closest thing that we have right here. Phone stops reporting and Taylor mentions handoffs. Nobody is saying where, unless I'll look and see what you guys are saying. Yes. So 250, and it's a distinction, right? So at 253, according to the PCA, just coming out of that loop-de-loop that we just looked at, right? So the reason so now we need to go back to the map. You know what? I wonder if I just leave it like this. Can I just pull things up and then it's like, oh, that's awesome. I'm just going to share it like this because then I can go back and forth. I don't have to unshare, reshare. Let's just do that. Okay. And that way you guys can watch and see what the weather's doing as well if you feel so inclined. Anyway, right. So remember, 253, here's the loop-de-loop, right? Doop, 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 doop. So that's here. Cameras at 253. Bam. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. So to 254, 1 minute. I feel like I've mapped that out time-wise before too, and I think that makes sense. So in other words, what do we know? We know that they must be in agreement. By they, I mean the defense and the state, that that whoever they think is Bryan, right, went this way. Why am I saying that? Because just having somebody on camera here at 253, can you guys see the little hand? The person could then go this way. They could go this way. Do you guys see where this matters? Because it's like, how does anybody know this is a four-way intersection, right? So they haven't pointed it a certain direction from the camera, right? And I guess that would be kind of, what did it say again? Which direction did it say? It said southeast on Nevada. Okay, never mind. Southeast on Nevada. Never mind. I'm taking it back towards SR 270. So in other words, the camera has the car pointed that direction. Now I sound like Ann Taylor. Yes. Okay, pointed that direction. Okay. Now what's interesting is that, okay, she seemed to agree. Okay, guys, help me out with this. She seemed to agree that the car is pointed in a specific direction, but thinks there was but disagrees with the time. Oh man. Okay. -5 where MAGPIE is in South Dakota. Cars control. Thanks for my right. Thank you. So are you guys, y'all are singing Queen again. I also do love Bohemian Rhapsody, even though it's so popular. I do love it. Twiz. Go eat some ice cream. Guys, okay, this is important. This is important. Okay. Do I need to pull up the hearing? God damn it. God fucking damn it. I feel like we've all watched it a bazillion times. But I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, the part about the car pointing in a specific direction. My take on that was that there wasn't a discrepancy or whatever as to which direction it was pointing. It was the time, right? Is that what you guys recall? Or do we need to pull it up? Twiz like, what are you asking for? Yeah, I just repeated. Never liked dark color. Well, what about, are you talking about the person or the music? Because how could anyone ever not like I Believe I Can Fly was a classic, you know? What kind of car do you have, Tony? Oh, no, yeah, but no, you're getting ahead of me. I'm just talking about specifically the part when she says the car is pointed in a direction. You're getting ahead. Don't get ahead. Both. Okay, thank you. Both. Okay. So that's why I was asking, because isn't that interesting, right? Because the thing is this. That's why that matters. Because if she's saying the car is pointing in a different direction, and there's a white Elantra, right? Suspect vehicle 1. Remember, right here, this is the last camera that they have it on, right? 253. So that must mean she's taking issue with the direction the car is pointed here, right? That has to be it. So I'm so curious, because how is it, because the footage is so bad you can't tell which way is the front of the car and which way is the back? Like, how does that work, guys? Which way? We probably need to just go back to the map. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Verbatim. Southeast on Nevada Street towards SR 270. It's crazy because Nevada, how can they even make that claim, though? How can they make that claim? And maybe this is the answer to my question. Because the road that connects to SR 270 is this road. Look, guys, Northeast Stadium Way. That's the road that connects. The Nevada thing is the loop-de-loop. That does not connect. Like, hold on. Let's go back. Nope, this way. All right, here we are. Guys, this is really crucial. Just put your thinking caps on. This is the Southeast Nevada Street, right? Remember, dorms, dorm city. Okay. Huh. Okay, I think I'm answering my own question. Okay, let me. All right, so again, here we are as in olden days. Okay. I'm getting really excited. I start bursting into song. All right, guys. Wow. Okay. Wow, the fuckery of it all. All right. Look at the map. Look at the little dude. We're here on Southeast Nevada Street, guys. Wow, my brain. So this is the intersection. You can see the cameras, guys. This is the intersection, okay? Look. This makes me want to throw something. Oh my God. Y'all. Man. Southeast on Nevada Street towards SR 270. Check it out. This is Nevada Street. This is Southeast. The street is Southeast Nevada Street. So I assume that they mean Southeast on Southeast Nevada Street. Anyway, regardless, there's only one, like, you're going to get to this intersection, but there's only one There's only a Southeast Nevada street. There's not like other Nevada streets. This is the only one. So this is the street right here. Okay. There's the cameras. Right? If you're at this intersection coming out of the loop-de-loop, right, which is what the state is saying, where we're at here, where the arrow is, right? This is, pretend you're in a white Elantra or any other vehicle. Doesn't matter. This is what you're seeing. You're at this intersection. Do you guys see where the problem is? Do you guys see where the problem is? I don't want to say it. I want you guys to say it because this is insane. Thank you. Thank you, Twiz. Because yes, there has to be another road. This is the problem. Look. Traveling, it's saying the car is traveling southeast on Nevada Street towards SR 270. But how the fuck can you say that? Because if you've got any car, right, at this intersection, right here where we're at, they're at the end. Let's go forward a little bit, right? We're at the stoplight. Here we are. We're at the intersection. The car is here. This doesn't lead to SR 270. You have to then get onto the next road, Stadium, right? Now, here's the thing. This is insane. Here's the thing. The only way, check it out. The only way that anyone could say that a white Elantra is for sure going towards SR 270. If you look at this right down here, they have to be on Stadium Way. What is the difference? The difference is this. They have to be on, see where the hand is? Okay, check it out. They have to be on Stadium Way. What's the problem here? That's not the intersection where they have the car on camera. Do you guys see the difference? If the car was here, it's like they would be on Stadium Way. Again, going back, the problem is, wow, that's not what it is. The car is on camera here. And if that's the last if this is the last, which it looks like it is, right? This is what, according to the PCA, is the last time they have the car on camera. The car could go any of these other directions, right? So what I'm wondering is this then, because of the fact, okay, hold on, stay with me. Because of the fact that this is the last time the car is on camera, maybe the discrepancy over which direction the car turned, guys, this is big. What if it's not at, hold on, back to the map, hold on, or the other map, so many maps. Guys, oh my God, what if the discrepancy may not be here? It might even be, I mean, it could be there, but it could really, it's looking like it could be even sooner. The discrepancy could be here where the little hand is, right? Because based on what they're saying, where they have the car on camera, there's no way to know where it goes. It could go straight, it could go left, or it could go right. You guys see that? Like, what? That's a good point. So you guys are really funny. Hold on. Yes. So let me pull this. Yes. That's a good point. Thank you for that. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. Thank you. So that's a good point. Thank you. Yeah, I keep repeating myself. My brain is working really fast, squirrely speed right now. Okay. So yes, good point. If the car was in the left lane, that's a good point. That's a good point. That could be what it is. You know what, though? It's not out of the realm of possibility, guys, right? If I was a defense attorney here, right? It's not out of the realm of possibility. I do this all the time. That you're in one of these lanes where it's like only go left or only go straight or whatever, and you're in the wrong one. I mean, totally possible. And then you have to get over, right? Totally possible. Like you could be in this lane and you're like, oh, or I guess it would be if you're in the left lane, right? But you could think that you could go straight potentially, right? And then you have to like get over, and then it's like a whole thing. Could be, just saying. It could be argued. Anyway, but yes, left lane, that's a good point. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. It's odd though that they don't have it once it's done with the turn, because all these other cameras should still capture a car once it see guys where this SUV is here. This SUV, let's just say for the sake of example that this SUV came from here and took a left and now it's there, right? You see what I mean? Now it is on Stadium, whatever the fuck, Stadium Way. Like it's on, it's here, right? Like, so wouldn't they have a suspect vehicle 1 also? But it looks like they only have that one at 253. It's not like multiples of it, right? Oh, it does? Okay. It does. Okay, thank you. It shows him turn. Okay. Okay. I see. Okay. Okay. Well, good. That's good. So we're down to just the one initial problem. Okay, thank you, Twiz. So the camera shows him turn. Okay. So we know that. And we don't know who's driving. So let's just be clear. It's suspect vehicle 1, right? Yeah. All right. So it shows him turn. So, all right. So now, so they have suspect vehicle 1 here, right? Now, again, presumably then they're like, okay, we're going to assume like at 253. So then the big thing is 254, right? Now, remember, when I was saying how there's no location given, Ann Taylor mentions handoffs, right? Now we come back to the cell tower business, right? So again, where this is fully, you'll notice there's only one tower. We have to zoom out further to get another tower for there to be a handoff. Hence this. Now you might be like, what the fuck is this green business on top? So that's because there's a tower here. And in order for me to include it in its location, it needed to have something in the background so you could see the top of the thing. Anyway. So, because again, everything is to scale. So I didn't want to like fuck with the map just so I could include. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Just pretend it's a continuation of the map, but this tower, so because everything's in its exact place, everything's in its right place. Shout out to Radiohead as always. Everything is a Radiohead song, isn't it? Any Radiohead fans in the chat? I have a good story about Radiohead too. That's interesting. That's a good question. Twiz, do you know the answer to that? In North Carolina, that's a no. They got rid of that. The people revolted. But Twiz, do you know? Okay, so you might notice, guys, here. So there's 3 towers, and just to point them out. So we got one here. We got one here. Now that's the one that again is closest to the loop-de-loop and closest also to like the apartment. And then we got one here. So Ann Taylor mentions handoffs. That's the best we got in terms of the location that there is in dispute at 254. I'm providing you with literally all the information that is like known on the record. You know, this is what we have. We have the trifecta of towers. We got, what do we got? We got Krugel Park. We got Lawson Gardens. Oh, by the way, where this tower is, there's the bowling alley here, Zeppo's. Y'all were talking about that the other day. And then there's a Safeway grocery store. Oh, Whitman County Humane Society. I hope they don't euthanize the dogs there. Sorry, I'm going to get sad. Change of topic. Get away from the euthanizing of dogs. Old European restaurant. What the fuck does that mean? Hold on. You can't just have things like this and then not know what they are. You know what I mean? What is it? What are you? Oh! What? Please tell me it's like a medieval thing. Please. Please. Menu. By the way, I will just tell you guys, I don't care what they say. I make the best stuffed French toast on the planet. I will dare anybody to try to top my stuffed French toast. It's legendary in my family. They call it stuffed French tea for short. I make both vegan versions and non-vegan versions. Whoa, what the hell? Hotcakes. Whoa, whoa. Is it only breakfast? Whoa. So what I'm not getting an answer to here, though, is like, whoa, that looks good. That's making me thirsty. What I'm not getting an answer to is are people like dressed up like knights? Like, what is going on? Have any of you guys been there? Oh, God. And Sudi, you're joining us from, I'm trying to remember. What song are y'all talking about now? Favorite songs. Oh, yeah. Bohemian Rhapsody is a classic. Yes, definitely. Love it. Freaking love Bohemian Rhapsody. Totally love it. We can have a group sing along. Oh, awesome. Are you there? Are you local? Thank you. And also, okay. Also interesting. Are you the same person as another TOES? So there's been another TOS in the chat turning over every stone, and I just assumed they were the same person, and now I realize that it's different TOES. So I don't know. Is this an alt? Some of you guys do the alt account thing. Either way, welcome back if you're the original TOES, or welcome if you're new. Love everybody. But whoever, it looks like you have been there, which is awesome. So it's Bavarian. Coolio. Okay. Right. Okay. French toast, yummy. Welcome, Dean. I think you've been here before. Welcome back. We're going to go ahead and start ordering. So I'll take that picture with all the bananas. Awesome. With the wave of a magic wand, you know what? But, basically, this is for you, Bunny, because I know you love the squanguen. You've already said you love the squanguen. There's not a Squirrely crystal ball moment, but let's watch this for anyone who hasn't seen it because it's magical and cute. This is for cuteness. This is for cuteness sake. And actually it's pretty relevant because you might have noticed the font. I'm a huge nerd with medieval and Renaissance shit, guys. I have a medieval violin. I have authentic handmade garb. It's a whole thing. And so that's why I got really excited. But also it's so funny because like, here's the font here, right? It's like the Old English type font. And so that's why I was like, how old European, like how legit are we going with this? Like, are we like, it's classic European food? Great. That's awesome. But like, for me, anyway, like, are we, like, I'm picturing like, is it a castle? Like, anyway. No knights. Okay. Right. Did you love that? Great. I have a lot of those little magical squanguen things. Yeah, we love that. So, ooh, Austrian coffee. Yum. That looks fucking amazing. Oh my God. Toes, have you had the Austrian coffee? Or Twiz if you've been there. Banquet room. Can we get pictures? Okay. So here's the thing. Right. So this is like normal, like this is not castle style, as it were. I don't know what that means. Sweetie, remind me where you're joining us from. This just matters to me for those of you guys who have shared your location. It matters to me that I can remember where everybody's from and everything about everybody. And I just want to review. Deb, you're in Indiana, correct? And Sudi, I don't know that you've shared where you're from. Fuck. California. I don't know. I either don't remember or you haven't said. Oh, okay. Is a chain then, huh? Interesting. Tiny oval eyes squinting. What an interesting name. Oh, Pullman's oldest family restaurant. Interesting. Oh, there's a bigger, wow. I do hope they have replaced the carpets at some point because those get nasty in restaurants. Anyway, okay. So, right. Again, so here we have the towers. So let's go to the intersection in question, right? Because this is we're gonna try to figure it out, right? We're like, what is it like at 254? What are we doing? What's the haps, as somebody might say? I think that might be another Michael Scott-ism. All right, so here we go. To the left, to the left, to the right, Now slide. Wait, we need to go over here. Go back over here, tiny dude. Okay. Little man, tiny man. I could actually sing that correctly with lyrics if I was inclined. All right. Little boy, baby boy, I love you. Anyone a fan of Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Okay. So here it is. Moment. This is the thing. And the thing is that there's no cameras. Believe it or not. And this is why it really matters with these businesses over here. Like, this is insane. And the other thing is this, which direction one goes. Like, look at the difference, right? It's not just like 2 lanes. Like, hold on, let me back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Check it out. So it's like a whole choice has, like a series of choices have to be made. If you're driving, wait, go over here. Oh my God. Okay. No. Okay. If you're driving, right? Here we go. Perfect. If you're here, you got to make a series of choices. Well, okay, we need to Google. Can you put me in the right lane, please? Hold on. Stupid. Can we please go on the right side? Oh my God, Google. Stop it. Look, I need to be in this lane. Thank you. This is better. Thank you. Okay. Right. So, oh my God, I swear. This is just, oh my God, it like literally won't even let me do this. I want to test this out. All right. We're going to work with what we've got. So my point being, if you're driving along, you've got to make a series of choices, right? Because there's like a split off. If you're going to go to the right, to the right. Oh, my dude. All right, here we go. Or what is this lane now? Because it won't let me back it up. I guess. Okay, these 2 are left only. All right. So you can either go this way but then you choose which lane, but they're left only. Okay. So how do you get to the man shop then? Hold on. Because that is like, how do people go there? Like, where is even the entrance? That's weird. How do you even get there? Huh. Okay. So you're going to have to make a decision, right? But there's no cameras. And that's the real thing. Yeah. Always Sunny. Yeah. I love that one. That's the one with the day man. Oh, fighter of the night man. Oh, thank you, Sudi, for answering my dumb questions. Thank you. Okay. I don't think you had told me this before, because I think I would remember Houston, Texas. So shout out to Houston, Texas. Shout out to Sudi. Awesome. Yay. Thank you. There's no camera. It doesn't show. That's the thing. There's no cameras here. That's the thing. Remember, the last place that there's cameras, guys, is oh my God, I swear. Is here. The loop coming out of the loop-de-loop, right? Remember, let's review. Coming out of the loop-de-loop, they have the car. Let me zoom in. Okay. Follow the hand. They have the car coming here and they have it turning left. So it's going this way. And this is at like 253, right? That's the last camera of the white alarm, suspect vehicle 1. Okay. That's it. Then this intersection right here. This is where we're at on the ground. There's no cameras. And that's the moment of truth. Remember, the purple line would be the defense takes a right. And then the blue would be the state takes a left. There it is. Here it is here. So there's no cameras. And we went through this before. And initially I thought maybe there were cameras. And then it turned out one of you guys was so smart and was like, no, those aren't cameras. They're like the emergency signals or whatever, something else that was like perched. And then it became clear when we saw the other intersections with cameras. The cameras, you can't miss them. They're like, obvious. They're like on it. They're like, basically they're like waving a flag saying, hey, I'm a camera. So this is the intersection right here, the one that matters, and we don't have any cameras. So a ZZ Top reference, I would not have gotten that. I don't know that I saw it, but I have not listened to them, unfortunately. Turn left, then right. There you go. Right. So the blue route would be the blue, like, yeah, let's recap. So the blue route would be route, whichever you prefer. This would be taking a left. That's the state. Blue is state, left, blue, state. There you go. Left, blue, state. Right, purple, defense. Right there. There it is. Oh, that you're saying that. Okay. Y'all are, I love it. Song lyrics in the chat all day, people. Love it. Yes. And we're getting to that, Twiz. Twiz is like where you're going, it's like, you know where I'm going, or that, yes, we were getting there. I think that was a joke and I thought it was hilarious. Yes, I know. I couldn't agree more. Old European is awesome. That orange juice looked really good. So did the coffee. We can find that out very easily. I don't know about a Jack in the Box. Dean, we can find out. Let's see here. Well, where's the thing where it's like, no. Oh dear. Okay. Well, we've got several people who seem to be, well, I know at least some of you guys are local. Anyone who's local can probably say faster than I can fucking find it. But I don't think there's a Jack in the Box. I don't remember mention of a Jack in the Box. And, so let's look. We can look for the symbols here. We've got a calzone place. We've got a Beef & Co. I don't know. We got Zoe's Coffee and Kitchen. Got Tokyo Soul. I wonder if they have edamame there, Twiz. Twiz has never had edamame. So y'all in the chat, if you've had edamame, feel free to weigh in on how amazing it is, if you like it. Trailside Tap Room, we got. Using that a little bit more. I'm not seeing a Jack in the Box. Birch and Barley. Interesting name. Yeah, I don't know about a Jack in the Box, guys, for here. Thanks, Twiz. Oh yeah, my brain always thinks in songs. That's why I'm always singing. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Meg's weighing in. Edamame is delicious. Yes, freaking love edamame. Yeah, it's technically the soybean in the pod. I think it's fun to eat. Thank you, so Bunny's also a fan. It's fun to eat in the pod. Like it's a fun food, if you will. It's also healthy. And inexpensive, and so it's on the other side of town. One quick question, Dean, is there a reason in particular you were asking? Because do you have, like, is it a thing of like Jack in the Box keeps their camera footage longer than other places? Like, is there a specific reason you were inquiring? Because that could be important. On the other side of town, where on the other side of town? Because we can find it. Ah! Don't do that to me, Google. Oh, there's the road. On the road again. McDonald's. You don't know what that is. What is that? Cougar Country Drive-In. Northside Cafe. Ferdinand's Ice Cream Shop. Mary Sellers Winery. I don't know about that, guys. They're trying, the new world. There's, let me be more specific. There's certain places in the US that are more successful than others. I guess technically, well, having said that, there are places in Washington State. Wait, no. I'm thinking of Oregon that are really successful with Pinot Noir. What's my point? North Carolina wines, they've not had any success. So that's really, let's just leave it at that, because they try. The terroir is just not proper for it. I'm just trying to find this Jack in the Box though. Pullman radio. Magpie Forest. Oh my God. Twiz, have you been there? What happens there? What happens there? How does it have a name, though? That's so magical. I mean, there's forest everywhere. They don't usually have names. And like, this makes me think of like Sherwood Forest. Like, I'm just like, oh my God. Wow. Can we go there? Whoa, swimming pool. Oh, here's Merman. Shout out to the merman of the world. I just want to get a closer look at this forest. Where the fuck is it? We're facing it, apparently. Weird. Weird. I guess it's this way, guys. There it is, the path to the forest. You guys are probably like, what the fuck is happening right now? Yeah, YouTube will not let you post links. That's not a choice by me. It's just a YouTube thing. It blocks them automatically. You put the address. If you type the address, I should be able to see that. Yeah, I also like the name. Right? 100 Acre Wood. What's that from? What is that? Winnie the Pooh, right? Okay, you're in Spokane. Okay, thank you, thank you. Right. Yeah, also I agree with that. Edamame does have to be hot. So yes, do you want to I don't, yeah, and I don't I thought it wouldn't even let me post links, even though like I think I tried to post a link one time and it didn't let me. But yeah, so that you put the address, if you can type the address in. Let me just do this. Let's just do this the right way. We're going to take a little jaunt away from the Magpie Forest. Oh, is it on Northeast Stadium? Well, I know where that is because we go there all the time. Bam. This is Northeast Stadium right here. Is it on this road? Oh my God, stop it, Google. Because I don't see a little symbol. But this is Northeast Stadium Way right here. Bam. I guess, does it continue on over? 310. Okay. You know, I bet I can just, let me just do this. Let's just do it this way. Let's just do it this way. Maybe I can just pull it up in. Ah, brilliant, y'all. Excellent. Did it find where it is? Okay. It just didn't get its own symbol. That's shitty. Come on, Google. Look at this. It just didn't even bother. Shame. Apparently it's right here. Okay, so was there a significance though of it? Like, is there a thing of like they keep, there it is. There it is. We found it. Yay. We did it, guys. Round of applause. So is there a significance to it? Like, do they keep their camera footage longer? So let's just see though, because it could be, okay. I see. So it's not like it is the other side of town. It's not like it's that far, but it's not where anybody seems to be thinking the white Elantra would have gone, is the thing. Now, what it is, though, what is the thing? Is this the thing? So in terms of, you know, when I have it made where it's purple, the purple is basically going here, and then here, and then here, and then onto old Wawawai. Why am I trying to say it road? And this is the road here, and then it goes do 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 all the way over here. Do 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 do. And Twiz has done this drive. Twiz has done this drive. Twiz has done this drive. Oh. Yeah. Wow. Look at how crazy. The patterns in the earth are just incredible, aren't they, guys? Wow. Magnificent. Love that. Newly adopted pirate mother. Amazing. Love pirates. Shout out to the pirates. I don't even know if Twiz is still with us anymore. So, okay. So now let's go back to, They don't sell gloves in February? I don't know. I mean, are like at a certain store? Weird. Huh. That's weird. I'm sure you can, like here, they have gloves at the gas station. Probably year round. Looks like a nightmare face. That's funny. Okay, so that's it. So that's the 254. Which way did he go? So as we saw, there's no cameras. So what's it going to come down to? It's going to come down to the cell towers. Remember, the only thing we have as far as location is from Ann Taylor saying handoff, right? So that would mean something presumably with these three towers, the trifecta. All right. Next up, what are we looking at? So we have a new color, guys, orange. That is really weird that you mentioned this, Deb, mentioning dollar stores, because earlier I was talking to Twiz about Dollar General. That's really weird. That's like same wavelength thing of the brain. I was talking about Dollar General, and I think he said something, and then so then there was like, it's easy to get them confused. That's just funny because you just don't ever, the fact that like in the same day there was mention of different dollar stores is just funny. I was talking about how the Dollar General has the best plastic bags. We did. Where did you go, Twiz? We found Jack in the Box. We found it. And what I did was I said, yay, a round of applause. And I did a round of applause. And by the way, I'm clapping in a circle, just so you guys know, I'm clapping in a circle. And I said a round of applause for everybody because we found it. Glad you're back. Right. Dollar General, big crucial distinction, right? Because Dollar General, in other words, it's not all a dollar, right? It's things that couldn't be any price, right? I will say this much though. The plastic bags, go for the plastic bags. They are the shit. They are so I don't know why they must spend a fucking fortune on those plastic bags. They are the sturdiest plastic bags you will ever see. And you can reuse them forever. Like, I don't know that there's anything that would be even like puncture them or break them. Like, they will hold all the weight. They're so sturdy. It's like, and they're free. I mean, at least in North Carolina. So like literally whenever we're at the Outer Banks for this, like on vacation, there's like not much out there, but there's a Dollar General. And like literally we go for the plastic bags and then we use them year round when we come back home. Yes, but I was saying that like here in North Carolina, like the gas stations, you can get gloves year round. So I don't know. Wait, what are you saying here, Meg? Are you saying they look cheap, but then you're like, they're spending a fortune on plastic bags? Okay, so now what are we looking at? So now we have a new color, orange. Now it says it's rain and snow. Okay, orange. So orange is the new color because this is, now we're going to have a distinction. So if you might be like, where are we? We're in Moscow now. So now, because we're in Moscow, we only have the states theory, right? So we have blue. Blue is now still a state, but this blue is going to be, and this wasn't easy to do. I had to really go through the state's BS to figure out what the fuck they're even trying to suggest. But anyway, so the blue is the suggested path of travel to the residence. Okay. Remember, this is the states only theory, right? And then the orange is the suggested path of travel out of the residence. And remember, at this point in time, there's no cell. We're only relying on the white Elantra suspect vehicle 1. So I thought it'd be fun to go through and review this as well. And I think I have, if y'all only knew how this looks so simple, and it was a lot went into making this happen. All right, what have I mapped here? This is the geofence. So this gives us, now we have a visual. It's one thing to be like, oh, half a mile. Wow, that's small. Yeah. But like, how does that overlap with the path of travel? This is the geofence. So what I did was on Google Maps, I had everything zoomed in at different levels. I had all these things open. I plotted So, and again, because I show my work, I show my fucking work, guys. Look, I didn't have to, I always will show my work. You can literally see it. All these little red dots, some of them are bigger than others because I was just using like the marker tool thing. That just, if you hold it down longer, it gives you a bigger dot. All right. All of these dots are plotted points that are exactly a half a mile from the house. So I had a different thing open where I had the distance and I had the little army dindle, and you pull it out and measure it. And then I went like this with the army dindle a million times over. And every time I did that, I drew a dot here just to plot it. So it would be here. And so all of these dots, there's a lot of them. I plotted all of this out. So it's exactly half a mile from the house. This is where it's like, am I certifiably insane? Probably. Okay. And then I just added this circle so that, again, it shows you the circle of the radius and the dots are connected. It just makes it easier to see. I just thought it would be a nice visual. So you can see that's the, and it like, it's almost like I made a visible geofence. There it is. That's the geofence. I kind of like, think about it, right? Like a fence. It's like you've got your fence posts and then there's like shit in between the fence posts. That wasn't on purpose, but I'm like, wow, it kind of looks, you can kind of see that, right? It's like the digital version. So, but here's the thing. Look at how small, like it's such small of an area, but what matters is not just the size of the area, but where does that overlap with the suggested path of travel from the state? And there it is. It's very minimal. That's it right there. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. That's contained within the circle. So what does that mean? It means that any person, doesn't matter who it is, right? If their phone was reporting to the network and they were in this area, well, okay, and they were doing whatever, they're living their life and they're here, or they are here, or whatever, it's not going to show up in the geofence. You have to be within this geofence. So look at how that narrows down this situation. I know, right? I know. They hold everything, the bags. So Meg's familiar with those bags, sounds like. Are they just the absolute fucking best? Literally. Just I love them. Love it. Oh, thank you, Sudi. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So yeah, so there's the orange. And there's the Indian Hills Drive. So where did I get this from? Well, I got it from the master list. So here we go. So remember, the last thing, isn't this wild? So we've got, like, this is insane though. Look at the gap in time. I'm shaking my head. 253, we've covered that. We covered that extensively. We did good, I think. Then they have 326. So why do I have what I have on the map? Let's take a look. 326 westbound on 700 block of Indian Hills Drive. Bam. Well, let's do this one right here. Westbound. So going this way. What's interesting is that think about what's missing, right? Whether it be missing because the phone's not reporting the network or whether it be missing because there's no cameras. It's like, what happened? Like, here's the thing. Like, what happened between, again, even if you're the state, what do they even think happened? We don't know. Like between 253 and 326, like basically, what is my question? My question is, how the fuck did the car get over here, right? Like, and some of you guys might know that there might be other theories as to what was going on, but I'm going off of literally just from what has been provided. Because, like, remember, the phone's not reporting the network. So this is literally what they're relying on for the car. I mean, so how is the state going to explain to a jury how, like, what happened there and where suspect vehicle 1, how it got over there? I don't know the answer to that. Because the thing is like, let me go back to, wait, no, I need to go forward. Hold on. Right. Like where, Let me do this. So where just to give you guys so you can get the perspective here, where Indian Hills Drive is, guys, is over here, right? So it's like past the house, right? You see why that's so it's like, what the fuck? Okay. So again, this is the state's theory. This is what we're talking about right now, to try to figure out what the fuck. So how, like, what happened in between? We don't know. The state, like, okay. Take away that we don't know. The state is, what is the state going to say? That's my point. That's funny. I have no idea. I thought Twiz's real name was Twiz. I was like, why did your parents name you Twiz? Oh, okay. Well, why? Where is which emphasis is on which syllable though? You know, is it wawawai or is it wawawai or is it wawawai? So, okay, so then it's here, and then this is the path. Steiner, again, where am I getting that? I'm getting that from this, the PCA, right? 328 westbound on Steiner Avenue at Highway 95. Okay. There we go. And then presumably, and then that, right? And we know there's like the business with like the turn or whatever, but anyway, and then the exiting would be leaving, right? So there we go. After 420. Now this is where it gets interesting. So after 420, we have southbound on Willenton Drive. Remember, all of these are where they've got camera. According to the state, they've got camera. You know, of course, it's debatable as to the quality, but whatever. Still, the reason I say that is this, because this is in the PCA. I don't know if y'all have noticed it, but this is in the PCA, and it's a very important distinction. The PCA does not say not on camera. I typed not on camera because that's what it is. In the PCA, it lists where it's on camera. That's here. And then it says, and this is Brett Payne, it is my belief that suspect vehicle 1 exited the neighborhood at Palouse River Drive and Canistoga Drive. As in, it's literally Brett Payne's belief. Not on camera. Good luck with that with a jury. I mean, fucking hell. It is my belief. It's just. To quote Ashley Jennings, it's a reach for me. Oh, God. Oh, God. The moment when you quote her, but it's like actually a good time to do it. Wawawai. Oh, interesting. Wawawai. Or is it wawa? Again, I'm still curious about where the syllables fall with this. Like wow, you know, again, it could be, there's 3 syllables, right? It could be anywhere. It does, doesn't it? Right. So 0.3 miles. So that would be Jennings. There she is. So that would be referencing, I would believe it would be referencing this 328 westbound on Steiner Avenue at Highway 95. Or well, okay. Let me clarify. When you're saying 0.3 miles, did you mean 0.3 miles from the house? I don't know where. I shouldn't make an assumption. So what's interesting though, what is interesting is if she said that, that's a Frank's problem. Why? Everything from the PCA is on this freaking master list, guys. Everything where it's a time, a place, a camera, like this is the master list. That's the point of it. So that we can have it all in one place. And that's why because that's why I know, like, and in other words, my point being, if there's a thing that Ashley Jennings said that where she tried to say that the car was seen on camera, blah, blah, and it's not on this list, that means it's not in the PCA. And now we're back into Frank's problem territory, right? Because remember, she can't be supplying evidence that wasn't before the court. Remember, Judge Hippler got on her about that many times. So, so if she referenced that, that's the problem for the state. But everything that's in the PCA or was brought up as a discrepancy. The hearing is here on this document. Who almost had what? Oh, with the pronunciation way. Okay. Ridge Road. Right. Okay. Right. And I remember the mentioning of that thing. It's interesting because that's not in the PCA. Like, what's the deal with that camera, guys? Because like, what? It's not. Is that the one that they were talking about? Oh, wait, is that the one? Is that the one that the defense brought it up because they were like that they should have him on camera? I think that's what that is. I'm remembering. Isn't that the one where they're like they should have him on camera there and then right? Okay, I think that's what that is. That's different then because that's like an omission. Like it sounds like that was the defense bringing it up, saying they should have had it on camera and it's not there. That's different then what? Then that's not Frank's. Because the state didn't rely on it. Right. Okay. Yeah. And well, the state said there wasn't a camera there, right? Or am I getting confused with a different camera? Which was the one where the defense was like, hey, they should have the car on camera here. And then the state was like, Ashley Jennings was like, no, it wouldn't show up or whatever. Which camera was that? Was that something else? Okay. It's just interesting because so you can't find a camera there. But there is a picture from it. It was like, was there a camera and it was taken down? Right. That's correct, Twiz. Thank you for that. Hippler asked if they knew which cameras could ID the car. Right. Mm-hmm. And how did she handle that one? Oh my God. I think she just weaseled it. Didn't she? Oh yeah. No, I remember now. She's like, well, I don't think we had to. It didn't need that. We had probable cause. Just take it all out. You don't need that for probable cause. How's my impression? That was, I feel like my best attempt so far to make an impression of her. Right. Okay. Yeah. I remembered as soon as I asked the question, then I literally could hear her voice answering it. So yeah. Oh man. Wow. Y'all, like this is the enhanced version. Like, look, guys, like this is what we're dealing with. Let's just remind ourselves of what we're dealing with. Like Adobe, I swear to God. Like, look at the difference though. So there it is. And then just so you can see how it's like the best I could do, but it's better. You can at least make out there's a word. Oh, it says Idaho. That's helpful, right? Idaho. Moscow. You can see it a little bit better versus I mean, these freaking maps, I just can't with it. Like, why? Just why? Why? Anyway. Oh, God. So, Coeur d'Alene, right? What's funny is there's a similar town in fucking Wisconsin that's, I forget, it's a core to something else. It's just, I forget what the second part is. So that's the suggested route, and then this is the route leaving. So let's see here. So do you guys want to take a field trip? Do we want to go map this out on foot? Shall we map it out on foot? The Grove at Moscow. There's something else we can do also too. I mean, we can do all the things, but have another idea. Do this. Whoa! Whoa! Wow. Just wow. Look at the ocean, guys. Amazing. Wow. It's like, holy shit, there's Africa? Wow. Wow. It looks so close. It looks so close. I can't zoom out more than that. Why? That's mean. Oh my gosh. I want to, what is it doing? I don't, okay, fine. I wanted to just like see, look at this. Wow, look at the earth. He wants to go to Mongolia. No street view? Come on. Here we go. We're going to go to Mongolia. You guys ready? No. Go. He said he could go. I believe. Oh, wait, sorry. I told you guys I have the automatic thing on where I want to sing it. Wow. This is why we do this right here. Look at, holy shit, this is gorgeous. Who would have thought? Maybe some people. I've never been to Mongolia. Oh my God. Now that's some trash. That's a shame. Wow. Are you talking to me? I don't know what that is. I can see my house from here. Oh, right. That's right. Right. Through DoorDash. Correct. That's a good point. Thank you. Yeah, that would have been Moscow. Right? I mean, assuming there's one. There's got to be one in Moscow, right? I can't imagine they would have delivered it all the way from. That wouldn't make any sense, right? Oh, cool. Neato, Meg. That's where you shut up, Twiz. Crazy head. It's not a road. It just let us go here. Because I know usually the blue stuff is going to be a road, but like this just means that Google somehow got here, I guess. I don't even know, man. Are you saying that she ordered Jack in the Box all the way from Pullman? Look at the symbols. Oh my God, no, wait. Sorry, I am eating my words. It's a road. It's a road. How? Wait. I take it back. Look. It's a highway. We are on a highway. Are you kidding me? We are on a highway. You guys, what? Let's just to be sure. Like, huh? In Mongolia, yes. Yes. In Mongolia. Look. It says Urga Highway. We are here in Mongolia on the highway. Amazing. Now I have to go. I have to go now to this. Oh, interesting. Okay, so she ordered it. Interesting. Wow. God, that just seems, wouldn't they charge you more, I would think? I've never ordered like DoorDash or anything, so I don't know. But it seems like they would charge you more. What is nom nom? Is that a thing? I mean, besides the saying? $10 feet. Are you there in Mongolia, dude? I mean, but like, it won't let me go there, right? But also, I mean, like looking at it, I mean, I don't even know where it would even be. Okay. Where else should we go? Whoa. Where is he going to end up? Nobody knows. He wants to go to Kyrgyzstan. Wow. Huh. Wow. Who would have thought? I keep saying this. Wow, look at this. Oh, it's a photo somebody took. Interesting. Wow. It's like, oh, okay. Interesting. Not like your usual. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how to make sense of that. So we're going to try again somewhere else. Where else should we go? Oh my God. No, Google. I swear to God. I just love doing this. I know it's just, wow. What did I tell you guys who were here at the beginning of the stream? What did I tell you guys? I warned you guys that I just get, this is me in life. Everything is wow to me. I mean, but like really though, like wow. Amazing. There's a McDonald's. Can we go? Wow. So like also these are all, this is very different in terms of how they're Googling it. Side panel always, the side panel always be doing the most, don't it though? Let's go to India. Wow. Huh. Wow. I guess this is about, sadly, what I kind of expected. You know, this looks like what you see in movies and whatnot. Wow. Wow. There's a person like living there or getting their hair cut. Anywho, familiar with drunk driving? What? Oh, wait, are you saying it's like a gas station or a convenience store that they call Nom Nom? That is freaking amazing. Yeah, no, I've never ordered DoorDash. I'm not, see, the thing is they charge you money for that, right? Like, I mean, I know, I'm sure they do. It's just, I can't do it. Like, I don't even care. Like, it's just, I'm just one of those people. I don't care if I'm a bazillionaire. I'm going to go get the food myself, or I honestly, I don't even order food. First of all, I make food myself. So like, you know, cooking and whatnot. So, but if I was to eat food from a place, I would just go get it. It's a Wi-Fi hotspot. So what are y'all's thoughts on this, huh? Like, wow. Okay, let's do, let's see here. Why will you not take me there? Take me there. Meh. Cool. Oh, this is not where we're in Japan. I thought we were going to be in Russia. That was a surprise in a different way than this is Japan. Yes. Wow. Has anybody here in the chat been to Japan? The world is amazing, isn't it? It really, really, really is. Amazing. Oh my God, look at how, isn't that crazy? Like, what about, while we were in Japan, it switched perspectives. Isn't it crazy? And just so I was surprised and I'm like, wow, like, isn't it amazing? Like, perspective is everything, isn't it? Let me go. Why not? Yay. Okay. Now we are in Russia. That's so funny. That is so funny. You guys, that is so funny. Why did they bother doing this? They try to make Russian into English. So, okay. All right. See how this says ULI? You can see it down here as well. ULITSA. Wow. Well, so that's because I was like, what the fuck? Why is it not in Cyrillic? So the word for street in Russian is ulitsa. And so, but normally it's in Cyrillic. And so this is like them trying to spell it out in like whatever these letters are called. What are they called? Roman? What is it? Somebody will know. Latin, the letters that we use in the alphabet. That's funny. So yeah, I guess actually it'd be ulitsa. So how funny. Mira means world. Ulitsa. I wonder if they do that for all of the roads though. Okay, do it. Can you? Anybody? Y'all, right? That would be amazing. And that's sort of where I was going with this. And then we took a little detour. But yes, that's the thing, to drive the routes. And I know there was somebody else who said that they could maybe do that. I'm trying to remember who it was in the chat. What's the place in Europe with no blue lines? Excellent question. Let's go take a look. Belarus. And you'll notice, look, who else has fewer blue lines? Russia, right? That's Belarus. And if anyone wants me to explain why that might make sense, I can do that. It's Belarus. Yep. I don't know why you say that. But yeah, anybody that wants to, and I'll show you guys what I mean by this with this ulitsa. Let's see here. This is so much easier on my phone. The world is amazing, isn't it though, guys? I mean, like Smashing Pumpkins would say the world is a vampire. I'm not saying that's also not true, but like also it's amazing to look at. You know what I mean? This is so much harder on my computer to type this out. I need to make this easier to see. Okay, there we go. Ulitsa. Great question right there. I wonder what the cost was having these cars. Right, I know. Good question. Oh, cool. Awesome. Do you have a favorite place that you've been? Everybody who's been places, let us know your favorite place in the chat if you want to. Your favorite place that you've been. My favorite place that I've been is Costa Rica. Oh my God. Look, y'all, look, Greenland be doing the most with the snow though. Like, you know, look at, wow. Wow. It's like, I know it's snow. I know it's snowy there, but just to see it when you're not expecting it is still like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, it's huge too, isn't it? Wow. Look at that. It's fucking massive. Look at the US though. Like, it's just wild to see. I guess most Europe is pretty much like, they're just all blue. They're like all blue. It's wild. See what they got going on in Costa Rica. Cool. Oh, brings back memories. I freaking loved Costa Rica. I never wanted to leave. I would have just fucking stayed there if I could have. Freaking loved it. Now, where's the border to Nicaragua? I need to back out. Oh, Panama. Oh, right. Nicaragua. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There's Panama. Panama's funny shaped. No offense to Panama. There's Aruba where Flash was. He was here at the beginning. Greece. Yeah. I hear Greece is nice. Who's lying? Mombassa. Wow. Cool. Mombassa. That is in oh fuck, where is that? I'm going to try to remember, so I'm not looking at the chat. Mombasa. I don't remember. Fuck, where is that? Like, right, Africa, but which country though? It's not a country. I know it's not a country because I play the Worldle every day. Do you guys do the Worldle? If you have never done the Worldle, y'all go do the Worldle. You can do the Worldle and you can still watch. You can do it, just, you'll have to do the Worldle. So you'll know what I'm talking about. So like, whenever you guys hear me say my world geography is better than my US geography, that's why, because I do the Worldle every day. And that's why I know that Mombasa is not a country. It's a city. It has to be a city. In Kenya. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. We're going. Y'all, holy fuck, we're going. I did not expect this from Kenya. No, I did not expect this, you guys. I just looked it up. We are going there right now. There it is. Holy shit. We're going. You guys, we are going there. Wait, come back. Come back. Okay. We're gonna go there to Mombasa. Oh my God. Okay. So we need to get ourselves to the beach, which I was not, again, I guess I'm stupid, right? I was like, there it is on the coast. I just wasn't expecting it. I want to go to the ocean in Mombasa. Look at that ocean though. Every time, I tell you what. I want to go to right there. Take me to the ocean. Oh my God. Wow. What is that? Wait. What is that stuff though? Well, now I'm confused. What is this stuff that just ruined this magical thing? What the fuck is that? What is that? Does anybody know what that stuff is? What am I looking at? What is that? That's weird. Why is it there? Wow. Wow. We're on an island, guys. Oh, we're on Pemba Island. Oh my God. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Canary Islands, I would love to go there as well. So we're in Kenya, Mombasa, Kenya. Zanzibar. Hey, shout out to Jack Black on that one, right? Speaking of, What song is that? It's something, 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 Zanzibar. I don't remember which song that is. Wow. Oh, what is happening? Look at this. Well, what? I don't know what all this is. Never seen that before. Oh my God. Can one swim in this? What is like, there's the ocean. Okay, well, I have to go to Zanzibar now. We just that's what's, add that to the list of things. Oh, right. Thank you. Right. The world is a vampire. Yeah, we've got a lot of songs going on. We got Fuck Her Gently, Zanzibar. That's the Zanzibar song. Right. Wow. I don't even know. It just makes me want to go all the places. Dar es Salaam. Wow. The Serengeti. Oh, there's Somalia. Okay, but what we were doing, let me zoom out because this will take forever. You guys, I invented this game one time. I'll just go ahead and tell you about Flag Masters. I invented this game called Flag Masters. Anyway, you know what's so funny is, like, here I am on Google, like, but where is, like, the thing where it's like, this is where you're going. It's not like, you'll notice there's like nothing related to North Carolina, but you'll notice, look at that location. Just, this is where you live. It's like, you live here. Right. Yes. Quebec. Whoa. This is where I spend all my time, apparently. Right here. Right here. Here it is. Here it is. Wow. Okay, let's just zoom in more. We'll go back to business, guys. That was fun, though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the detour. So this does not have the mapping of the thing but we can do it anyway. This is what we're doing. So Indian Hills Drive up to Steiner. Let's go. So okay. Wait, but okay, we're going the right way. That's just important to know. Good night, Deb. You're very welcome. Glad you were here as always. Are you in London, Dean? Oh, interesting. That's interesting. Oh, I still have the AT&T. Oh, I still have this pulled up. That's funny. Okay, so all right. So here we are. So again, this is the suggested path of travel from the state. Ambulance. And the other thing is, like, while we're going along here, this is a good time to sing songs, right? For the road trip. Anyone have any requests? Oh, that's cool. I have family from England. They've moved to the US, though, recently. Does anybody have any requests for songs as we do our little trip? So we're just going along the path here. We're going to reach Steiner at some point, and then we will hang a left. Whoa. That's a nice house. The Idaho lolly didn't show up. That's, wow. I guess the reason it's kind of surprising is because, like, you know, this is very much residential, like family looking shit. And like, you know, I guess it's kind of surprising that it's so close to like all that, you know, the frat houses and the college shenanigans and whatnot, you know. Looks like it's still raining and snowing outside. Okay, so I don't want to get us lost. Okay, we're on the right track, guys. No worries here. Do 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 do. For anyone too who joined later on in the live, we started out at the beginning with a lot of stuff related to cell phones. Everything is always going to be timestamped. I do the really detailed timestamps. So if anyone who wants to go back, everything will be timestamped. But yes, so that happened first. We kind of started out with like an overview of the maps and then segued into the cell phones because it was like a natural thing to do. And I just want to make sure I don't get us lost. Okay, here we go. And so, yes, and then more mapping. Okay, just double check. Do, 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 do. Whoa, what is, oh, apartments maybe? Okay, gay. Okay, now we're going to hang our left. Hang a left, to the left, to the left. Okay, that's really fucking funny. That's really fucking funny. 99 terabytes of data on the wall. That's fucking funny. I guess, yeah, TBs. Okay, 99 TBs of data on the wall. That's fucking hilarious. 99 TBs of data. Take one down, pass it around. 98. Wow. That's a good one. What about, did y'all ever do that song? I don't know if this is I'm like, is this just my family? Did y'all ever do the song? What is it like? I'm Henry the Eighth. I am Henry the Eighth. I am. What is it? I forget what's after that. But then the chorus is like, and everyone is an Henry. Wouldn't be a Willie or a Sam. Or I have no idea if like these are songs that like my family made up or like. Anyway, does anybody know that song? I think so. I think so, Sudi. So now we're on Steiner. Fence. And we should, let's see, while we're doing this, let's do this the right way. Let's see where we're at in terms of the geofence. Perfect timing that I asked this question because it is on Steiner that we would enter. We would enter the geofence. So let's make sure we know exactly where that is. We just got on to Steiner. So it's going to be, what road is that? That's Highway 95. Okay. I bet, remember that fence? I was like, oh, look, a fence. I bet that's this fence right here. Can you guys see my mouse? I bet that's this fence right here. I bet that's what that is. So we got a little ways to go, but we're going to be approaching. There's going to be a little building and it'll be on our left. So we're going to be looking for some sort of building-y thing on our left. Okay. Good to go. Back at it. Where were we? Hold on. Yes. Okay. Just making songs up. The old lady who swallowed the fly. I don't know if I know that one. Oh, an umbrella. That's nice. Very nice. We see here. Oh my God! Look at this. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. We are right at the edge of this geofence, right? Like where it would have been, because we're about to approach the highway. We're right there. Perfect timing that I checked. I had a good instinct because I spend a lot of time doing this field trippy stuff. Okay. So there we go. We're now, so imagine, get your imaginations going. Now we're in the geofence. Do. Anyway. Okay, thank you. Keep my eye out for 1125 Ridge on the left. Thank you. Will do. Unless I passed it. I just saw that comment, but did I pass it already? I don't think. Okay, let's see. It's probably coming right up here. That looks like the highway. Hang on. Did I pass it? Hold on. You know, it does beg the question too, would that have been, I mean, not that it really matters, but just out of curiosity, would that have been within the geofence or not? I'm not seeing, I didn't pass it. I'm not, Okay, we'll go back. He's running. The little dude's running. Whee! Y'all. Okay. Because now we're at, oh, I see what you're saying. I got it now. My brain's got it now. Okay. Yes, I see what you're saying. Actually, I can just, let's see. Let me pull, I need to do it this way because okay. All right, so we are crossing this intersection here. So we're going to keep going and then we're going to follow it up and it should turn into Taylor. Or no, we'll have to take a left onto Taylor. Okay. But we're in the geofence, guys. Because we are, see, here's the geofence and we are past. That's really funny because there's a dot there and that happens to, like, this is, I made this a long time ago, but like that happens to be like, I think probably where we're at on foot, which is crazy. So we're in the geofence. Okay, good. What are we doing? Okay, here we go. So the thing is where it's got this blue thing, like, wait a second, hold on. Oh no, we would take a right. Take a right. We take a right. Okay. Let's take a right. Oh, okay. This is our right. This would be our right here, wouldn't it? Yes, this is our right. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're getting there. Okay. There's that gas station. Okay. Oops. Wait a sec. Ah, okay. Here we go. I missed the turn. Here's our turn right here. Here we go. We're getting close, guys. Getting close. We're still in the geofence. There's a person on a bicycle. Bicycle. Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Wrong way. How's that though? How am I going the wrong way? I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen because I mean, I'm terrible with getting lost. Like that's totally within the realm of possibilities. But we should be on Taylor Avenue. Right? We took a right. Hang on. How is this different from, hold on. Go back before I turned right. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. I'll try. I'll try. So you just tell me where I should be going. Go straight over. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Help. Go straight. I'm staying still until I know what to do. Where do I go? Oh my God. I'm not moving. I'm just turn around and go back this way. It sucks too, because sometimes I think there's a delay with StreamYard where the chats. So anyway, okay, good. I'm doing it. We're doing that. I feel like I should wait until further instructions. Thank you. I don't know where you're taking me, but I'm going to go where you're saying. Okay. Okay. Now, hang on. Lauder, why? So this is Lauder Avenue. Why are we here? What, are we looking for something? Okay. I mean, the only thing is like this was not mentioned in the PCA, so I don't know what we're looking for, but I was following the path of travel via the PCA. And again, whatever was brought up, if anything, from the hearings. I don't remember. I mean, there was, yeah. So, that's the, well, where though? Because like, this is all they have in the PCA. 326 westbound on 700 block of Indian Hills Drive. 328 westbound on Steiner Avenue at Highway 95. And that's where we were. That's it. And so that's it until after the, potentially when the homicides were happening. So that's all they got. And so that's where I got this from. Because the westbound on Indian Hills Drive, and then whatever they said, Steiner Avenue towards not Highway, that's where this came from. And so then this was just the logical way, because again, that's the last thing they give you, right? How do you get to 1122? But there's nothing else more specific mentioned. Okay. Look to the left. This is Willenta Drive, it looks like, though. Yeah, this is Willenta. Are you saying I should go to Willenta? Because, like, I'm not even seeing Ridge on here. But this is where this says it's still Lauder Avenue here, and then this would be Willenta. That house on the right. Okay. What about it? Are you saying that the streets are labeled wrong? Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Google Maps has led us astray. That whole thing with Lambsden was insane. Interesting. I mean, you guys can see what I'm looking at, right? And that's why I was confused. The White House. So not this house I just zoomed in on. Oh. Here? Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there it is. I see Ridge Road. Okay, it's just funny that's not on the freaking map. Interesting. How funny. See, it says Willenta. Curious. You guys see what I'm talking about down here? Anyway, that's why I was confused. Okay, interesting. That's a house? That can't be a house. That's got to be apartments, right? It's weird looking. Why is it like, what are you saying? Like, what is this? Interesting. It's like dorms? Huh. Because it's only got one entrance thing. Anywho. Okay. So now I guess we're getting, how though would this connect to getting to the house though? Because wait, hold on. I guess that could happen. It could go. And again, the reason I didn't have this mapped out is because this was not in the PCA. I forget what y'all said this. So the camera. What was it you guys said earlier? That it doesn't have a camera, right? But like the defense said they had a picture from it. What did we end up figuring out with that? Go back around. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Go back around and turn left. So back around like this way. Okay, that makes sense looking at the MAGPIE thing. Okay. Thank you. Okay, yes, got it. Okay. Why do the streets have two names? That's one question, right? Okay, thank you guys. All right, cool. Y'all are awesome. Yay. Okay, good. We're doing it. Excellent. Okay, we are almost to our next turn. Excellent. Okay, coolio. Got it. Yeah, so what was the deal though with the like with the camera footage? Okay. Okay, almost there. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Boom. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. I should be clapping, but I can't really clap and do this camera. I was trying to do another one bites the dust. So doom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. Doom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust, and another one another one bites the dust. Are you ready? Whatever the words are. All right, here we go. Just because we were on a queen kick earlier. Okie dokie. Now I wonder. There it is blurred out. Yeah, I was gonna say I wonder if this is like before or after the house. So interesting. So the house still existed, but it's blurred out. Which I don't know what the point of that is, right? You know. Interesting. There it is. Whoa. Where did that? Huh. Wow. That's it. That's it there. So then the route suggests that, again, states theory of leaving is this orange line. But again, what's interesting here is it's not on camera. It's like literally, look. So it's like southbound on Mombassa. I think that's it. This is guessing. This is insane, right? Brett Payne is like, it is my theory. It's me guessing that this is what happened next because it's not the only place on camera is southbound on Mombassa Drive, and that's it. That's at the high rate of speed. That's the next thing on camera. So hold on, let me see here. Okay, so let's go there. What? Okay, yes, I see. Oh, right, and that's the same one as Lauder, right? Okay, yes, got it. Okay, just confusing. At high rate of speed, so zoom. Whoa. Okay, wait. Don't get us lost. Talking to myself there. Wow. And then you go this way. Woo, high rate of speed. Zoom, zoom. Guys. I just run. I probably ran somebody over. Here we go. We're exiting on a high rate of speed. And, you know, we don't even know, do we, where the camera is, right? Like, it's just like this is, again, verbatim. So it says southbound on Willenton Drive, but like that, I mean, as we can see, I mean, it's kind of a big road. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, where was the camera? That's what I want to know. But we're going fast. Zoom, zoom. We're going the right way, hopefully. Zoom, 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 zoom. And this is the only, somewhere, I guess, probably before this part, there would have been a camera and they would have been a high rate of speed situation. And then after this is Brett Payne's like theory, right? Is like, this is how the car exits, but they don't have anything. They don't have anything until, in terms of the vehicle, they don't have anything until 5:25. And that's where Bishop Boulevard comes in. And so let's see here. Let's do this. Okay. Northbound on Johnson Road, north on Bishop Boulevard. This would be coming back, right? So that's the route. This we're talking about now. This situation, right? On the way back. State's theory here, right? So that would be where is Johnson? Hold on just a sec. I feel like Johnson like turns into it. Let's see here. Yes, it does. Okay, right. Okay, all right. So Johnson, right? Johnson. So it's like Johnson and then Bishop, right? Now the thing is that matters is then there's this intersection. Here. And there's cameras everywhere. So this is one thing that's crazy. So there's cameras everywhere here. So you can see them. There's no mistaking the cameras. So as far as right, okay. And so what's significant about this is that let me pull up. I need a different map. Okay. Okay. We can work with this one. So where we're at, where we just said there's the cameras, right? That's right. We're right. Well, let me see. Can you see the little hands? It's right here. That's the cameras is right here. So this is again on the way back, saying came from down here and then caught on camera. So it is noteworthy. And I know Twiz has said this before too, but again, just to reiterate, it is noteworthy because the thing is the state's suggested path of travel. He should be on camera here. That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't remember what did they say for themselves about that? What did they say for themselves about that? Because when Bishop Boulevard came up in the hearing, it was in reference to the cell phone. And what Ann Taylor said was when the cell phone stopped reporting at the network, and she said the word near Bishop Boulevard. I mean, she's talking about ostensibly here, right? Where there are no cameras, right? And we already looked at that intersection earlier. That's the one where it's the big left or the big right. But she didn't mention Bishop in reference to being caught on camera. I don't think she did. I don't think he did. Because I think we figured that out on a different live stream. Right. And so, but it's just interesting, right? Because, and if Twiz, are you still listening? Can you remind me? Because like, yeah, the thing is though, that going this way, what did they say? What did they say? Did they say something? Did they try to explain that one? Like, why the fuck do they not have it on camera then on the way there? Right. Hi, Kane. Welcome back. Can anybody help me on that? Like, what the fuck? Because Wizard of Oz. Dude, the cameras are just, they're there. The cameras are there all over the place. So they're like the most conspicuous even at this juncture. So coming back, it doesn't even matter which direction you're going. Like if you're going to be on camera. So the problem is like, you know, according to the state, right? Oh my God. He would have to be going through, suspect vehicle 1 would have to go through. Would go through this intersection. Like, let's take a look at what direction they would be going. Let's see if I can figure that out. I mean, we know there's no way around it. They would be on camera, but let's just take a look. So it'd be like here. Yep. It'd be like this way. It'd be like going this way. And so they would be going straight through this intersection, right? Now, when they have it on camera, the suspect vehicle on the way back, it's coming the other direction, right? But this would be going straight through this. And yeah, how is it not on camera? I don't know. I wish I could remember what they had to say for themselves about that, they being the state. Does anybody remember? I don't remember if it came up in that specific hearing. I mean, oh, right. Was that one of the ones where they said, I guess this was in a prior hearing, like on May 30th, 2024. Was that one of the ones where he was like, oh, the state didn't keep that footage for long enough or whatever? Like Idaho doesn't keep their, you know, the Department of Transportation doesn't keep it. Is that what was that? Is that what the excuse was? Because then how do they have it on the way back? Anybody know? But I think that brings us to the end of all the shit we were going to look at today. We looked at a lot of stuff. We did a lot of stuff. So, yeah, I think we went through all of these. We did. I'm sure we will use these. I mean, you know, there's usefulness here, right? We will definitely use this. So I'm glad what I did was I created actually a specific folder and put all of them in this folder. So like they're there and we can come back and reference these if we need to, which I'm sure we will. And a big shout out, of course, to Twiz Map. But I'll have to go back and take a look, or I'm sure some of you guys will probably remember and then put something in the comments. But as far as what the deal was with what did they say about that? Did they give an excuse for that? Like, how do they have it on camera? Bishop Boulevard on the way back, but not on the way there. Huh. And I'm sure as I go through new timestamps, I'm going to be like, oh man, we forgot to follow up on this thing or whatever. But there's a lot to try to look at, right? And I know we went through the 250, you know, the 254 thing, but I don't know. I hope we hit all the points on that. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud. But yes, hopefully this was helpful for you guys to, we started out with like some of the cell stuff, but the visuals, seeing the towers where they are on the map, and then seeing like firsthand, we kind of were also able to conclude that the little loop-de-loop, as I call it, where the dorms are, doesn't have cameras apparently, by the way. So I was going to show y'all. So the loop-de-loop, right? And so it'll remain unknown potentially what was happening during those 9 minutes. But again, it looks like the person, whoever it was, could have been picking up or dropping people off. We know that Brett Payne literally can't use the map correctly to save his life. There's that. And we did like a pretty good world tour, didn't we? As well as went through a lot of different songs. So yeah, but I think that's it for this one, guys. I'm hoping there will be some new documents coming out tomorrow because, as you guys I'm sure are aware, there weren't today. So hopefully we'll get something new for tomorrow. And of course, I will be covering that ASAP. But you guys, it was fun. I love all of y'all so much. The Squirrel crew is the best. You guys are so awesome. It was so much fun with you guys. Thanks so much for participating and for being awesome squirrels. And I'll see y'all next time.